5 here. Dowling with the ball. Hickner tosses it inside.
Checking into the game, number 22, Shipman Stubbs, presented Johnston.
Number 2, Johnston.
Sit down. I can't hear it all. We're live.
Sends it back up top to Wanek. She dribbles in. Now throws it up high. They'll reverse it around, looking for Hittner on the post, but it's picked off there by Knuth. And you're going to have a very good post entry pass against this Johnston defense here.
Oh, you most likely. The Dowling play looks like she just threw that in a little way too hard right there, and you really can't make those mistakes against Johnston, especially when you're trying to go underneath the basket because they got some threats underneath.
Right, some size there. Shot up, no good. The miss by Haley Towers, and the rebound comes off to Johnston. Here come the Maroons trying to tie this up. They trail 7-5, 3:37 to play here in the first quarter. Daniel with it, lobs it in this time, and a foul is called. Looked like Knuth went straight up, but Filer got into her, and that's the first on Knuth and the first team foul here on Johnston.
I'll tell you one.
Send Filer to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think one thing that Filer did right there, I mean, you kind of want to get Taryn Knuth in foul trouble early if you are Dowling, just to really put some pressure on the Dragons.
And they're trying to take it into her, but as we said earlier, that one pass was just a little too, it was off, and Knuth was able to pull it down. Here's Filer with her second free throw is good, so that'll tie the ball game here on 2 free throws. 7-7. And here comes Johnston with it back the other way. Swing it around the outside. Now back up top. Little 2-3 zone by the Dowling girls inside. 3 of them collapse on Knuth, and then they force a turnover back up top. So a little pressure on the zone forced a turnover.
Yeah, definitely made Paige Sheeran think a little bit too much right there, and she travels with it. Not the turnover, or really the possession that Johnston won, especially going up against this Dowling team.
Well, here's Dowling with a chance to take the lead here. They led early after getting the first bucket, and then Johnston had a little run. Now here's a jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound comes off to Johnston. They're going to throw it up quickly the other way with it, and Siren almost lost it, but was able to handle it. They work it around and up and in by Knuth. 4 points for her, and Johnston back to a 2-point lead.
Yeah, good job by Knuth right there. Florida State recruit, just proving that her size is such a huge difference.
Gaber with it on the outside, back up top to Filer. Now swing it to the right side, looked over the lob into Hintner, and they're all over her when she gets it down low. They reverse it over the far side and lose a handle on it. That's the thing we see with that Johnston defense, okay? They force you into some bad passes sometimes when you're trying to find an opening in that zone.
Very, very, very aggressive defense. Definitely tries to kind of get in their opponent's face a little bit. Just, yeah.
Around the outside for 3. Rattles out, no good, and the rebound will be knocked off of Knuth, out of bounds, back to Dowling. So Ellie Brown missed the 3. Each team has a 3. Gaber has one. Haley Towers has one here in the first quarter, coming up on 2 minutes to play.
Looks like I know that last possession Dowling was playing with a zone defense right there. I think that's probably the best thing you can probably do against Johnston.
Inside on the baseline, and now they chip it back outside, throw it outside to Marin Daniel. That was good. They made Knuth commit, and then she found the open gal outside.
Yep, find you inside. We're going to get you from the outside. Good open shot right there.
Tied at 9, 1:36 to play here. Here's a long shot. 3 is good from the outside by Siren. Paige Siren pops it and gives a 3-point lead to Johnston.
That's exactly what Johnston wanted to do right there. Not only do they have Ellie Brown that can shoot from the beyond the arc, but Paige Siren has done a good job this well as last year. She's done great.
And there's an answer right there from Emma Gaber. She hits the 3, and we're tied up again, 12-12. And little pressure by Johnston. They get it down to Knuth on the baseline. She spins around and gets fouled. And kind of bailed her out there a little bit. Let's see who that goes against.
I think it was on Emma Gaber, actually.
Emma Gaber. Okay, her first personal, second team foul. And looks like Jenna Johnson back in there for Johnston.
Her and Haley Towers, well, she both came back in. That's the game for Hinders. I think that's Hinders and Stubbs.
Ellie Brown with it up the top. Throws it over to Towers. Brown, elbow jumper. Good.
Nothing but nylon. Big shot there by Ellie Brown.
Ellie Brown back to a 2-point lead for Johnston. Under a minute to play here. Here comes Dowling with it. And that's Haley Ketchum in there for Dowling in the ball game. So both teams going to the bench a little bit here. Back outside looking for some screens to find an opening.
Good defense by Johnston with some man-to-man principles right there.
Over the top. And nice power move inside by Hittner.
Hittner driving right across the Johnston defense right there. It's a big possession here for Dowling, and Johnston didn't do themselves any favors right there.
Nope. Throw it a little too hard pass. 9.4 seconds to play. Chance to get down and get off a shot here in the first quarter. Tied 14 all. And they let the ball bounce now across the half line with 7 seconds. 5 on the drive, catch, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes off, and they aren't going to shot off. So at the end of 1, we're tied at 14 apiece here at Johnston. We'll be back with more right after this.
Here at Fireplace Superstore, we're building a new building because we wanted to add a little bit of room. Well, maybe more than just a little room. Mother Nature may have delayed our construction, but she hasn't delayed the sale. We're still making deals. So now's the time to beat the rush and come in to get the best deals on Central Iowa's largest selection of heat and glow fireplaces and gas inserts. Stop in today and see our fire experts. We'll find the heat and glow fireplace that's the best for your family at the best prices of the season. Heat and Glow, nobody builds a better fire.
Back at Johnston High School, and it's all tied up after 1 period here. And about what you expect here, Cade, out of these two teams, kind of feeling each other out. Johnston won the earlier game between these two, but you know we're down late in the season. A lot of this change. These teams have come along here, and now they know each other and just trying to find the spots here tonight, the ways to attack on offense and ways to play them on defense.
But yeah, definitely. And that's the case with all sports. When you go further into a season, you're definitely going to improve. Especially with coaches like Bob and Sharon Hunter, I wouldn't expect anything less, especially from Dowling.
But Johnston will start with the ball. They get it in to Knuth.
And I said that wrong. That was Bob and Sharon Hansen.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
Right. Yep. And other way quick and almost blocked, but a nice move. Hallie Ketchum to take that up through the defense and get the score. And shot back the other way.
That's not the shot that Johnston really wanted to take right there. I think they kind of went too quick with that right there.
Yeah, really rushed it, didn't they? Now here's a 3 and off, a little long. I think she kind of hesitated on that, not sure. And then she did shoot it, and just a little bit long. And here comes Johnston trailing by 2 now.
Kinder's trying the 3, but
yep. Off, no good. Rebound comes down to Anna Wanek.
Both teams slow down a little bit. Really, Johnston in a position where they took a quick shot, and really Dowling on the other end right there kind of took a quick shot with the 3-pointer there by Wanek.
And drive in and shot, no good, and the rebound comes off to Johnston. So far, both these teams not giving the other more than one shot at the bucket here. Most times down the floor in the early going. Outside now into Knuth. Turnaround, up and good off the glass. 6 points for Taryn Knuth. And we're back tied again at 16 all.
She's truly a force underneath. My goodness.
Neither team here in the early going on a run where they've put any distance between the other yet. Outside with it, Ketchum. Now up top again. Looked at the three, but the defense quickly out there on Wanek. And over to Daniel. Up top to Ketchum. Now far side. Now lob in to Hintner. She'll take it one-on-one. Oh, nice move.
Got the lucky
turnaround.
bounce. Got that lucky bounce off the backboard, especially.
Kind of knew where she was at, though, and got it off the backboard. Dowling back up 18-16.
Dowling's right where they want to be.
2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Knuth sends it outside for three. No good. And knocked around there. And almost looked like the two Johnston players, Knuth, were fighting to get each other for that one. Quickly down the floor comes Dowling. Hintner looks at the three. He decides to get it back outside. Credit Johnston. They do get down the floor quick on defense and get set up. That size is important, but if you don't get down there to use it. There's a drive. Off, no good.
See, that was Johnston posted up right there. I think it might have disrupted Wanek's. Yeah, Wanek's shot. There's a foul.
Foul out wide.
It's on number 35. It looks like it's a Marin Daniel.
Yep. Is that Daniel?
Yeah, I think that was Marin Daniel.
Her second, team's third.
I think she exited the game. It looks like number 11, Caitlin Moses, checked in.
Come in for her with the two personals. Lob all the way across. Now back down on the post.
Had Knuth wide open underneath the basket just for a moment, but Dowling picked her back up.
Didn't see it to reverse it, yeah. Now back across. Good passing by Johnston, up and through, and a foul. Big call. We'll see if they call that on Hintner or... Nope.
It's going to be on Josie Filer.
Josie Filer. Her first. That'll send Hinders to the free throw line.
Makes the first one.
That's that. Hinders an 89% free throw shooter on the season. And this one would tie it up again with 5:08 to play in the first half. It's good.
18-18 all. It's definitely shaping up to be a big game.
One thing I've noticed here is Dowling, unlike some other teams that play Johnston, they're not afraid to drive it at the tall girls inside, are they?
Not at all. Like I said, kind of like I said earlier, the foul trouble. Just got to get those two girls in foul or Knuth and Hinders in foul trouble, and they're going to try to put it back up here. No.
Hintner rips down the rebound, gets it outside, and a block there. Hintner tried to save that one, but a block in there by Hinders. And now inside, and Knuth falls down, and we're coming the other way with it.
Say Taryn just kind of looked like she lost her footing right there.
Kind of hard when you bring it down with three people trying to find a little space to put your feet down.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes in there.
And just with everybody's going to be focused on her, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that there's three all over.
Around the top to the right side into Hintner. She's triple teamed there as they sag in on her, knowing that she's their top scorer. And she'll kick it outside. Ketchum. She drives in, gets it blocked. Knuth slaps it out of there, says none of that. And here we go the other way.
Jen Johnson.
Shot up, no good. That's one of the things you got to, I mean, you're going to drive against them. You're going to get one block now and then, but you got to keep coming back at it. And here comes Dowling.
A lot of authority there by Taryn Knuth back on that other last possession by Dowling.
Tied up, 18 all, 3:45 to play. Looking inside to kind of cut in there. Here comes
nice fake.
Hintner. Yep, Hintner, good moves there, the senior. Didn't quite get that to fall. Outside now back in, look, and didn't get the bucket to fall, but she drew the foul there, is Hinders.
I think that the foul was on
Caitlin Moses, number 11. So I thought he put up one fingers. Timeout for Dowling. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more. We're tied at 18-18.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
We are at Johnston High School. Dar Danielson along with Cade Jones here, and tied up, 3:31 to play in the first half. And Dowling took a timeout, kind of talking things over a little bit. And the thing you see, we talked about it, out of these two teams, well-coached teams, when they take their time and work that other defense, they're getting some open shots. Sometimes they come down a little fast, but Dowling not afraid to come down and work it, and Johnston's, both these teams doing that.
Yeah, like you said earlier, I recall, one thing that Dowling has to keep in mind, Taryn Knuth's going to get her block shots, but you just got to keep going after her and going after her. And on Johnston's side, you got a wealth full of players out there that can score points, and there's one right here with Rachel Hinders.
Hinders, an 89% free throw shooter, pops that one. And gets the second one. 4 for 4 for the line for Hinders, and she's got 6 points overall. A little pressure now by Johnston. Into the middle, almost threw it away. And then a blocking foul on Knuth. Man, that's a big one there. She didn't quite give her enough room to come down in the middle with that pass, so that'll be the second team foul, and both those on Knuth.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about on the full court press, I just like what Johnston's doing, because one thing about Hallie Ketchum, she is very, very scrappy out there, and I think that's a good tactic there by Coach Jillick, just to apply that full court pressure. But yeah, back to the foul. I mean, yeah, it looked like, I thought the play might continue or maybe draw a charge, but
it was kind of close there, but I guess they figured she didn't get enough room to catch that ball and come down with it. And they're going to leave Knuth in there even with 2 personals. Here's Hintner with the jumper. No good. Knuth rips it down. And Johnston with the 2-point lead will come the other way with it. Sarin with it. Sends it up top. Over to Brown. Brown puts up the 3. Good! Ellie Brown pops a 3.
Ellie Brown very, very good with that shot right there. And Coach Hunter with the time. Coach Hansen with the timeout.
And Bob Hansen takes a timeout. We'll take a break and come right back after this.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
2:40 to play in the first half. 23-18 Johnston. And Dowling will take it out on her own bucket. Looks like a little pressure again here by Johnston. They're in the white, Dowling in the maroon. Trying to get it across.
Ketchum doesn't have much time. She's got to go.
And she realizes that and goes with the left hand, gets out for the 3, and a rebound fought for and a jump ball called.
Possession arrow towards Dowling.
Ketchum tied up Brown in there. Yep, and Dowling will get it back.
And I think Coach Sharon just said, slow down a little bit.
Almost thought Dowling was going to get a foul on the other player diving in there. But here comes Dowling under their own bucket into Hintner. They'll set it up, try to work the offense here. 2:16 to play, first half. Dowling trailing by 5 with the ball. Outside with it, Filer. Catch him up top. Gaber now inside, now back out. And
good defense by Johnston and a 3-second call.
3-second in the lane, yeah. Filer was really working down there against Hinders. And she didn't get out of the lane. They were kind of jockeying for position, and then she never got out of the lane. So under 2 minutes to play, first half. Johnston with the ball. Up top to Ellie Brown. We got
Taryn Knuth out on the bench right now, so we'll see what Johnston can do right here.
Over to Hinders. Push on the drive. And it looks like Ketchum again, or Moses rather.
That's only going to be 16 fouls, so.
Yeah, but the next one they'll be shooting here. Johnson sets up.
They had Jenna Johnson open just for a little bit underneath the basket.
Now lob inside to Hinders a little too hard, and Hintner picks up the loose ball. And Dowling comes back the other way, trailing by 5. Hintner takes it all the way in, can't get the scoop shot to go. As she got through the defense and then had to try to push it up. Other way, turn around. Back up by Hinders and good.
So Stubbs doesn't get it, but Hinders cleans up. Nice play by both.
7-point lead now for Johnston. Their biggest of the game. Moses down the lane, up and good.
That's what you wanted to do if you're Dowling. Just get a nice shot in there, just get right back in the game.
Back the other way with it, Johnston quickly. Hinders up top. Stubbs now inside. Back outside to Ella Brown. Under a minute to play. 25-20 Johnston. Brown drives in, kicks it outside for 3. No good. Brown right there. Oh,
my goodness, what a play.
What presence to know where she was at and to turn around and put that back in.
That was a great play. That's why she's committed to the University of Missouri. That was an awesome play right there.
Just knew where she was at on the floor, turned around, the rebound came right to her, and she went straight back up without even coming down.
Those plays don't happen a whole lot, but good, like I said, great presence of mind there by Ellie Brown to know where she was.
Driving in, bounce pass underneath to Hintner. Oh, can't get it to go. It's a big one there under the bucket they needed, 27-20.
Supposed to have Ellie Brown covering Hintner too.
12 seconds, stolen out front.
Pass
Moses gets it good.
Johnston with some time here, 3 seconds.
Here they come across half line with 2. Brown puts up the long one. Oh, didn't quite get the banker to go at the buzzer. But Johnston will lead here, 27-22 at the half. We'll take a break and come back and check out the first half scoring right after this.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's
Back at halftime here. Dar Danielson, Kate Jones, halftime score 27-22 Johnston. Over Dowling, we'll run down the scoring for you in the first half for Dowling. Becca Hintner with 6, 6 for Emma Gaber, 4 for Caitlin Moses, and then 2 apiece for Hallie Ketchum, 2 for Marin Daniel, and 2 for Josie Filer. For Johnston, 8 for Rachel Hinders, 7 for Ellie Brown, 6 for Taryn Knuth, 3 for Haley Towers, and 3 for Paige Searon. 4 of 4 on the free throw line for Johnston, 2 of 2 for Dowling from the free throw line. Johnston had 3 threes, Dowling had 2 threes. And just a little bit of a run there, Cade, toward the end of the first half that built a little lead for Johnston. And, you know, so far a pretty even matchup here tonight.
Oh, yeah, when you think about it, the scoring is very balanced between both teams. The play out there is very balanced. Dowling got a great defensive play there at the end to kind of give them a little bit of momentum going into the half. I think that's it could be big at the end of this game. They can't continue that momentum into the second half. But like I said, Johnston just needs to keep doing what they do best as well.
Now fouls, only 8 fouls called, 6 on Dowling, 2 on Johnston. But the big key there is both those fouls came on Taryn Knuth. And, you know, that might be an issue if she would pick up one early here to start the second half. But, you know, then you got to think about setting her down maybe. But so far, nobody really in any kind of foul problems.
And I think that was Dowling's plan to come in and get Taryn Knuth in foul trouble. Make sure she's not a factor at the end of the game, especially because I think near the end of the game situations, Johnston may need her. So I think Dowling wants to take her out of the game as early as possible, get her into foul trouble, just so when the time comes, it will be at their advantage. Not to mention, though, Johnston does have Rachel Hinders.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they like to take it at Knuth, but the thing is she's got Hinders as her courtmate back there, and both of them play pretty well defensively. And Knuth and Hinders both get pretty good position when the girls are driving at them so that they don't pick up a lot of those cheap fouls or they're leaning in or hacking and stuff, they pretty well know how to keep under control on defense.
Yeah, and one of the things on the offensive side that's kind of good is that even Taryn's very good underneath the basket. One thing I did see out of Rachel was the fact that not only can she do underneath the basket, but she took a couple threes there and during the first half, which I thought was kind of uncharacteristic. But, hey, it shows her presence underneath and beyond the arc.
And we'll see Becca Hintner, the leading scorer for Dowling. She averages around just over 19 points, and she can get to where she takes the ball game over. We saw her get some drives here, had one shot she just missed there, so you know, they kind of kept her fairly under control. Well, it's been pretty balanced scoring for Dowling all the way across here. But we'll see how that plays out in the second half, too, how Becca Hintner does and if they're able to keep her in check on defense.
Yeah, and one thing I found very interesting was the fact that Becca Hintner is being guarded by Ellie Brown a little bit in a way, just because I think maybe I have to say 6 foot. I mean, she's 6 feet. Ellie's 5'11", but the thing is just sort of like having like a player like Knuth guarding their player underneath the basket, their post player. That's what I usually thought. But hey, Hittner, they've done a good job of keeping her contained for the most part.
Yeah, and I think the idea is have the faster player guard her outside, and then when she drives, you got Knuth and Hinders there that can pick her up inside. So it works a pretty good combination here to go. So let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back with more of our halftime right after this.
Through the end of the month, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise, only $9.99 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4, only $17.50 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $299 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu, only $9.99 to its signing, includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. Through the
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at Fireplace Superstore, we're building a new building because we wanted to add a little bit of room. Well, maybe more than just a little room. Mother Nature may have delayed our construction, but she hasn't delayed the sale. We're still making deals. So now's the time to beat the rush and come in to get the best deals on Central Iowa's largest selection of Heat and Glow fireplaces and gas inserts. Stop in today and see our fire experts. We'll find the Heat and Glow fireplace that's the best for your family at the best prices of the season. Heat and Glow, nobody builds a better fire.
We are at halftime here at Johnston, and it's 27-22. Johnston over Dowling. Dar Danielson, K. Jones with you here. As so, electronics, we get issues with those sometimes too.
Yes. Before this game, we had a kind of a little bit of an issue. We were able to get that cleaned up, but yeah, one thing that's funny. Usually, if I'm not sure who got the foul, I usually just look up. Oh, this person got the foul. Well, it's not up, so
yeah,
that's what the refs are there for.
This is one of the gyms where you get up behind the glass here at Johnston, and sometimes it's hard to see out and see what is going on. So. At halftime, it is 27-22. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Dar Danielson, K. Jones with you here at halftime in the press box above the floor here at Johnston. And we're talking about it, only 8 fouls. Pretty well played game so far between these two, Cade. Not a lot of, not a physical game, but, a lot of hustle and a lot of action.
That speaks to the coaches, I think. I think Coach Jillick he coaches Johnston very, very well in the years I've seen the Johnston Dragons play. And then Bob and Sharon Hansen also do a great job, I feel like. 16 fouls, but like you said, only 18 fouls so far. Mm-hmm. Usually some of these games, you'll see like 14 team fouls maybe an entire game, an entire first half. But yeah, both well-played games so far, but two well-played teams. Well, very, very talented.
And one of the things I think we're seeing with that, we talked about Johnston's size down low, but Dowling is working the ball around and trying to move the size around and get the open shot behind them. So we're not seeing a lot of, one-on-one against that size because they're working the offense to try to get it away.
Yeah, and they've gotten Taryn Knuth in foul trouble as well, but I think players like Becca Hittner have really played very, very well. I mean, Emma Gaber's done a great job, and Hallie Ketchum is another player that I've been very impressed with this first half.
This is one of those seasons so far for Johnston. They're highly rated, and they've been waiting to take that step up into the elite of Central Iowa. Dowling is one of them. They've been there. They've been to the state tournament here recently. You got Waukee and Valley, and this is one of those years where Johnston is looking at that, and they've so far kept their eye on that. They've played well and done real well here in this season.
Well, I believe this is a matchup, actually. I believe Johnston and Dowling both played each other in the first round of the girls' high school state tournament last year, which Dowling ended up winning. But I think
Dowling won all 3 games, I believe, last year against Johnston. Yeah, if I remember right. Yeah, and then Johnston won the first matchup here this season, so by, I think it was 9. So, yeah, so it's one of those where Johnston has taken those steps forward and, as I said, trying to become, step into that higher level here in the Central Iowa.
They definitely stepped up, this season. I think when we came into this season, I think Johnston, based off that state tournament experience they had last year, I think this is their year. They have a great starting 5, but they also have really, really good depth behind them as well. So if one were to go down, another one could step in and then fill those shoes very, very well.
Yeah, and that's always key because you can have the stars, but it's those players that fill in too, and the depth that you have there when you have injuries or you get into foul trouble in that. Well, it's about 2 minutes left to go here at the halftime. We're going to take another break. We'll do that, come back, and get you started on the second half right after this.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We are at halftime, just about done with halftime here on CISN.TV. Darn Danielson with you tonight in Johnston along with Kay Jones. And these two teams, Johnston averaging about 67 points a game, Dowling 64. So playing a pace a little under what, their normal season pace is. But we'll see if maybe after that first half, Kay, they kind of get in the feel of each other, if they made some adjustments, and we'll pick that pace up a little bit.
And with the high points, I always feel like it does make for sometimes a low-scoring game because their teams are so even right now. It's only a 5-point Johnston lead. We could still see some more fireworks in the second half.
Yeah, Johnston got, I think, 7 points, their biggest lead there, and that was on a little run toward the end of the first half. So we'll see. None of these teams is really going to, either one on a really extended run where they open it up, the lead very far, but we'll see if they can do that here in the second half. Looks like it'll be starters out for Johnston again: Rachel Hinders, Taryn Knuth, Ellie Brown, Haley Towers, and Jenna Johnson. And for Dowling, Becca Hittner, Anna Wanek, Emma Gaber, Josie Filer, and Marin Daniel to start the second half. And looks like Johnston will have the ball in the alternate possession. And I'm so old, when I played, we jumped at the start of every quarter. So
yes, that's exactly the good old days.
Knuth inside off the miss from Hinders, and she gets fouled. And Marin Daniel picks up her first, or make that her third team foul. Wait a minute, no.
I believe the foul was on number 44.
Was it 44?
Or wait, it wouldn't be Johnston. There's no 44 out for Dowling. I'm not sure that was on.
I thought they said.
Number 35. That was Daniel.
Daniel. Okay, and I got her for 3. I don't.
Well, the thing is, Dar, that's the first time we've seen the scoreboard lit up. So.
So 2 free throws for Knuth, give her 8 points. And neither team has missed a free throw yet here tonight. And here's Dowling. Fake outside. Now they got the cutters down low, looking for Hintner coming baseline. Not there. Back up top. Drive in. Gaber looked at the 3, but some good man-to-man defense by Johnston now.
Definitely what they want to apply, especially on players like Hintner and Wanek and Gaber.
We should say man-to-man with Knuth sagging in the middle quite a bit. And Hintner with it up top.
Johnston fans and loving this defensive effort.
Hintner gets a little bit of a screen there, but still can't find the open shot as Filer tried to screen off Gaber, or Ellie Brown rather, I mean. Outside with it, here's 3, no good. A rebound comes out and picked up by Johnston.
And Moses did the right thing right there, trying to go for the 3, trying to get something going.
Johnston pushes it down, shot up in 3, no good. A rebound comes off to Knuth. And now back around for 3, good by Ellie Brown.
There's a timeout called by Coach Hansen, and I think that's something that they definitely needed. Johnston off on all cylinders.
And quickly popped the lead up to 10 points. We'll take a break and be back right after this. .6:32 to play in the third quarter. Johnston is got on a little 5-point run here to start the third quarter, and that 3 by Ellie Brown was her 10th point, and it gives Johnston a 10-point lead. And now Dowling finds themselves in a little bit of a hole. They need to come down, Cade, work and get a good shot here.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not the way you want to start if you were Dowling right there. Now you went into the half down by 5, and now you're down by 10. Not looking good.
Now that was a good drive by Josie Filer. Just rolled out of the hoop and back the other way with it. Here comes Johnston. Maybe on the verge of one of those runs we talked about that neither team has seen yet here. They start out with a 5-point run to start. Oh, good defense inside, and that'll stay. And that'll go to Dowling as Johnston got the ball to start the third. Well, that's one thing with the post. You don't want to get that ball to her low because then the defender can reach right in there, and that's what happened. Emma Gaber grabbed it as Knuth had to go down low to get that pass, and you always want to keep it up high when you're making that post entry.
Oh, yeah, and here's Hintner with the shot.
Hintner pops it. And there's 9 points now for Hintner, and back to a 8-point lead here for Johnston. With it outside. Now around Johnson, Jenna Johnson. Over to Ellie Brown. Amy Towers down on the baseline to Hinders, now into Knuth. And can't quite get it to go.
Hinders gets the rebound, and it's still been popped up.
Knuth almost had it, but Hintner picks it up. So then a foul called on the drive.
I think the foul was on Haley Towers.
Haley Towers. Her first. That's just the third foul in the game called on Johnston. Their first of the second half. They only had 2 called on them in the first half. Of course, now they're playing, looks like zone. When you're playing zone, but now
and a charge
offensive.
called.
Yep. So Hintner picks up her first personal and the first team foul of Johnston here in the second half.
Coach Sharon Hansen making the calls from the side as Shayna Stubbs brings it up. She's in for Jenna Johnson.
Over to the right side with it. Here comes Johnston. Up the top again. You got Hinders and Knuth down low. And that was knocked away, but it'll stay with Johnston. It's that 2-3 zone of Dowling. They'll send Knuth and Hinders down. Knuth Hinders right there with the ball. Turnaround jumper, no good. Knuth taps it back to her. Back up again, and she stays with it. Man.
I really thought Knuth just, I mean, if you looked from a distance, she was just going to scoop it right to herself right there.
But she tapped it right to Hinders.
Hinders with the second chance bucket.
Hinders got a couple extra shots at it, but there's a couple players who know where they're at playing together down there through the season now. Pass into Hintner. She'll turn around, drive baseline, fakes, and just laid it over. Looked like it almost was a too light a touch on that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think Hintner would get right there. I thought, maybe a little too short right there, but she gets the lucky bounce.
11 points now for Hintner. She has all their points here in the second half as we're halfway through the third quarter. Lob in. That was too high, but a lucky tip to Knuth. Oh, man. She threads right through the defenders there and gets it off the glass.
The running jumper by Taryn Knuth. I love it. That was just a great play right there.
Way to keep her balanced, and with her size, able to get it up off the glass and in.
Hitting her with a nice fake.
She looks in. Now throws it up top to Caitlin Moses, who's seen a lot of playing time, and then a travel called down on the baseline against Filer.
Looks like number 45, J.C. Cothy, comes in.
And Paige Siren coming in for Johnston. She'll replace Haley Towers, so Paige Siren back into the ball game, and some of that depth I talked about. She hit a 3 in the first quarter. And back to a 10-point lead now, the biggest of the game here for Johnston.
36-26.
Inside Knuth, and almost got the bucket and the foul, but she'll get the foul, and Hintner will get her third team foul rather, and send Knuth to the line.
Last thing you want if you're Dowling right here is to for Johnston to increase their lead.
Knuth misses that one. She's a 75% free throw shooter. That's the first free throw missed by either team in the game so far. And that was good. That's her 11th point. She's in double digits now. A little pressure for Hintner, bringing it up. She gets through the defense and picks up the foul. I think that's going to go against.
I believe that's going to be against Hinders, maybe? Ellie Brown.
Ellie Brown. Okay, I was trying to tell. Yeah, they had two players right there.
Dowling in need of a score right here. They've only scored 4 points in this third quarter so far, and
stolen away by Brown. She's got the breakaway the other way. Is up and good.
Uses that great speed down the floor, and Johnston up by 13.
Their biggest lead of the game, and another timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this.
End of the month. Get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise. Only $9.99 to its signing. And that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4. Only $17.50 to its signing. And that includes all taxes and fees. Only $2.99 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu. Only $9.99 to its signing. Includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Back after the timeout, Johnston on a 12-5 run here to start the third quarter, and they build a 13-point lead, 39-26. Star Danielson along with Kate Jones on CISN.TV. And now some pressure by Johnston against Dowling. They're in the maroon. They get it in. Still pressure, though. Now they get across the half and get it down. They had a 2-on-1, but decided to hold it there because partly the one was Knuth. Underneath the Hintner, she gets up and gets bumped and gets the foul.
And I think that foul's on Taryn Knuth. I believe that's going to be her third personal.
Yep. So there's a big foul. So we'll see if they take her out. Looks like they will. They're sending somebody over. And Hintner will go to the free throw line. Pops that. So with 2:41 to play, Knuth will sit down. And we'll see if that spurs Dowling onto a little bit of run now, or if Johnston can pick it up. Second free throw is good. 13 points now for Becca Hintner.
Critical for Johnston. I mean, even with Taryn Knuth now this is the opportunity to get Rachel Hinders involved a little bit underneath the basket, even though she has 10 points.
There's a nice drive into the middle, miss, but rebound by Hinders.
The second chance opportunities that Dowling has given Johnston have just been really, really hurting Dowling Catholic. Johnston has to have so many offensive rebounds.
And they're just a little quicker to the ball, it seems like. There's inside to Hinders, can't get the left-hander to go coming across, and here comes Dowling the other way with it. Back outside. To Hintner. Yep, she'll drive across. Nice move, and Hintner gets the bucket, and that's what Dowling wants to see as they cut it down below double digits to 9 here. 1:49 to play, third quarter.
Hintner with 4 points in the last 2 possessions right there. Oh, Jenna Johnson, nice move.
She goes down the lane and says, you can do that move, I can do one myself, and back up to an 11-point lead. Hintner with the ball, working there against Ellie Brown. She gets a screen high, looked at the 3, decided not to take it. Gets it over to Wanek. Wanek looking for the high screen. She gets it. Now over to Hintner again. Hintner comes off the screen, down, stops. Now baseline move. Good runner in there.
Anna Wanek with a nice running jumper right there from the left wing.
And it makes it 41-32. Coming up on a minute to play here in the third quarter. 9-point lead. There's Johnston with it on the outside. Stubbs up top to Brown. And here's where Johnston can afford to take a little time. Drive baseline, throw it back out. Reverse it all the way around. They looked for Hinders inside, not there. And that drive might not have been the best, driving into 3 players there.
Yeah, Paige Sharon, I think she wanted to get it right inside to Rachel Hinders, but like you just said, not the best move right there.
Yeah, I think she wanted to bounce it back outside, but 3 defenders collapsed on her. Under 30 seconds to play now. Look for Hintner on the cut. She gets it up, and the bucket and the foul.
I thought maybe she'd draw a charge right there, but nonetheless.
Close, but they called Jenna Johnson with the personal. And here in the quarter.
Towers comes in for Ellie Brown, looks like, and also number 35, Maren Daniel checks in.
And she'll look for that one's up and good.
41-35, back to a 6-point lead.
Here comes Johnston. As a little bit of a run. Knuth went out with 2:41 to play. And they've cut it under double digits here. Stubbs with it up high. Now they rotate it over on the drive. Good drive by Jenna Johnson.
And that's going to be the end.
At the buzzer, yep. 43-35, 8-point lead. Dowling's made a little headway cutting that lead. We'll be back with the fourth period right after this.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back at Johnston High School, getting ready for the final period. Dar Danielson along with Kate Jones, and Taryn Knuth went out with her third personal, and that allowed, about a 11-point lead when she went out, I believe, and now Dowling's made a little bit of a run here and able to cut it down to 6 points heading into the final period. So Knuth back in here to start the fourth quarter, and she'll have to play a little careful down there in this fourth quarter. Don't want to pick up that fourth personal real early in the quarter.
Oh, yeah, especially now. I mean, right now, this is where crunch time, as I talked about earlier. This is where Johnson's really going to rely a whole lot on Taryn Knuth right here.
So 11 points in that quarter for Becca Hintner for Dowling. She has 17 now to lead all scorers in the game so far. And now we'll see what Johnson's going to maybe pull it out and work a little bit of that clock off. As Dowling trying to extend that defense out a little bit to kind of answer it. And both teams, neither one, only 3 fouls on Dowling, 4 on Johnston. They get it down to the left side. Now stripped away from behind by Hintner. And here comes Dowling.
Johnston, probably not the turnover they wanted right there. As Hintner drives in, no good.
Nope. Rebound comes off to Johnston.
As
Up
Haley
the
Towers
floor,
and-
a little pass behind her.
And that's where I think Chad Gillick said, you got to slow down right there. We can't
Yeah.
be playing fast-paced like that, especially when we have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, when you need to have the lead, you don't need to break unless it's just, an automatic one there. And that was just a pass behind her. If you hit her a little farther and hit her on stride, she's probably got a layup. But then
Right
that
there.
happens sometimes. And sometimes you don't want to slow your offense down. It's hard to do when you get in that rhythm.
Yes.
Here's Dowling with it. They're in the dark uniforms. Kick it outside, now up top to Hintner. Hintner drives in, stops. They'll kick it back outside.
Wanek.
Looking for the inside cutter in there. Turnaround is good.
There's Marion Daniel. Daniel with a short little turnaround jumper.
And we're back to a 6-point lead here for Johnston. Over to Knuth, up to Stubbs. Johnson just going to be content to work it around, look for the hole there. Ellie Johnson drives in, or Ellie Brown rather, and a good move by her. Drives in and gets it to rattle down.
Ellie Brown so far with 14 points right now, proving she can score from outside and inside. Great play.
Here comes Dowling, gets a high screen, down, stop, and a jumper. Almost thought she was going to get the travel there for Gaber. So back to a 45-39 lead for Johnston. 5:47 to play.
You need to stop right now if you're Dowling right here. So far, Johnson's got points on probably the last couple possessions. This is where Dowling needs to step it up.
Need to make a little bit of run. Surprised they aren't trying to maybe go inside. Yep, there they go. To Knuth, and up and good. So Taryn Knuth, her 13 points now.
Sometimes it's almost automatic when she puts it up underneath.
Now here comes Hintner. She'll go in against Knuth, trying to get her to pick up that 4th foul. Kicks it back out. Gaber over the left side with it to Hintner. Hintner looking for some space. She tried to go lean in. Did she get the 3 on that? Oh, they're going to give her 2 points. Said her foot was on the line.
Fouls on Ellie Brown.
I
thought maybe that could have been for 3 right there, but
That's the move you see a lot in the NBA where you kind of lean into that defender and go up, and Hintner puts in the free throw. But she did draw the foul, but official said she had a foot on the line, so they're just giving her 2 shots here. It's 18 for Hintner. This one would give her season average about. Oh, rattles out and down. I jinxed her on that. So 7-point lead for Johnston. And they're going to we're spreading the floor a little bit, making Dowling work and see if they can maybe pull them out of that defense a little bit. Kick it outside for 3. Good! Nice look out there to Hinders. Give the assist to Ellie Brown.
Brown is usually the one, right? It's usually Hinders who drive in and kicking out. Another reverse rolls right there. Big shot.
10-point lead. 3-point the other way, and his rebound is pulled down off the miss by Hinders. Rebound is pulled down by Hinders, I should say. 4:19 to play in the ball game. Inside to Knuth. Blocked from behind by Hintner. Clean block. They get it back outside, though.
And we got an injured Dowling player that's really hurt right there. It's number 3, Emma Gaber, as Brown scores from the other way. But
yeah, Wanek scores in the bucket. But man, she was laying down. I didn't see what happened. I was watching the play under the.
I think it was her and Ellie Brown must
basket.
have got tangled up. I think right there, Dar, and she was down She was down as this was going on, and then they went down, and
Yeah,
looks like an ankle.
Yeah, hasn't put anything on that right leg there, so she twisted it or came down on her knee or something, but. And
you never really see injuries.
in all of that, even with Dowling's able to go down and get the layup, even with the player down. And halfway through the fourth quarter, just about. It's 50-42 Johnston. They'll get the ball. It looks like Dowling's going to go to man defense here. Try to shake something up. Siren with it. Dribbles left side, now looks in to Knuth, and she gets fouled.
Excuse me, I think it was a timeout call by Coach Gillick.
I thought she was going to call, but no, it was a timeout. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Here at Fireplace Superstore, we're building a new building because we wanted to add a little bit of room. Well, maybe more than just a little room. Mother Nature may have delayed our construction, but she hasn't delayed the sale. We're still making deals. So now's the time to beat the rush and come in to get the best deals on Central Iowa's largest selection of heat and glow fireplaces and gas inserts. Stop in today and see our fire experts. We'll find the heat and glow fireplace that's the best for your family at the best prices of the season. Heat and Glow, nobody builds a better fire.
Back here with 3:51 to play. Dar Danielson, Kate Jones on CISN.TV. And Dowling trailing here, trying to make a run. They trailed 27-22 at the half, fell behind 43-35 after 3. And now in the fourth quarter, Johnston will have the ball after the timeout. And
Brown almost has it stolen away right there.
Yeah, just about. Dowling goes to the man-to-man defense here. They've been in a zone most of the game, but now trailing, trying to shake it up a little bit, maybe generate some turnovers. Get her stopped out there, almost all the way across. Catch him, lob into Knuth. Bucket in the foul. Yep.
Big.
She got Hintner up off her feet and then followed through with it, Knuth. And that's the third on Hintner.
And 15 for Taryn Knuth so far. Wow, she's quite a force for Johnston.
Pops it in there, point number 16. And it's back up to 53-42 lead. Biggest lead has been 13. And Hintner puts up the 3, no good. Rebound, put back up and good by Dowling, by Filer.
A 9-point game so far for a lead, sorry, 9-point lead that is for Johnston right now. Dowling sticking with it so far.
Trying to get something going with that man-to-man defense, and she stepped across the half. No, she got fouled. Looked like Haley Towers stepped a foot in the backcourt, but she got fouled there. And that'll go against Anna Warnock, her first personal. Now the 15th foul against Dowling. They got a trap up top, and they have to call a timeout. And they will. And we'll take a quick break here. 53-44 Johnston. And we'll be back with more after this.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
2:47 left to play here in the ball game. 53-44. Johnston, the home team, leading Dowling here. Johnston trying to make it a regular season sweep of the Maroons. They won, I believe it was a 9-point game early in the season when they played here against Dowling. But Dowling trying to find something here on defense to get some turnovers. And Johnston will have the ball. They had Johnston trapped up toward the half line. Oh, see, almost a 5 count, and they did get it in. And an acrobatic move by Haley Towers over there.
Haley Towers, I thought she could pull up right there because Towers does shoot the 3-point shot very well.
And she gets it out front.
Wide open.
Knuth, what a look down low. Found Taryn Knuth. 55-44. Here's Hintner. Gets a block by Knuth, so they come the other way, and Hintner gets called for the foul.
It's going to be Hintner's 4th right there, and one more and she will be out of this game. So not what Coach Bob and Sharon Hansen Probably wanted right there.
No, that last play was kind of like a football play where the quarterback's look in the end zone and boom, fires it through the slot right to Knuth there, and she went up and got it. Just a bullet pass. And now here's Johnston with the lead and working the clock, coming up on 2 minutes to play. 55-44.
Nice move there by Haley Towers.
Oh, just about threw it away. Out top to Stubbs. She's
Stubbs
trapped there.
Just barely kind of swinging on that.
Yeah, that pivot foot just close to moving, wasn't it?
So far, Johnson's doing a good job so far moving this ball.
Kick it outside. They're not going to shoot one unless they have a good open shot, I don't think, probably. They're going to wait for the foul.
Wow. Stubbs is just scurrying right through there, and the Johnston crowd appreciates it.
Towers over to Hinders. Hinders dribbles out of trouble, throws it up top.
Wow. Great job. Johnson's going to put it up. Can't get it, but draws a foul.
Yep, and that'll be the last one on Hintner if it's on her. Yep.
That is on Hintner. She will be out of the game.
17 foul on number 5 on Hintner. But you can't, I mean, she did all she could. 18 points for Becca Hintner.
Can't argue with Hintner right there with that effort.
She scored, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11 points in the third quarter to keep them in this game as Knuth misses the free throw. She'll get another one. And Siren comes in for Stubbs for Johnston, and Knuth will get another free throw. She's got 18, can't get number 19 there as it rolls out. 1:24 to play. Dowling with the ball. Down on the baseline, Ketchum. Now throws it back out. Dowling's got to get some shots off here pretty soon. There they do. 3. Well,
and a timeout called by Coach Bob Hansen right there with 1:09 left.
We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
We are at Johnston High School. The Dragons on top here with 1:09 to play. 55-47. Dar Danielson, Kate Jones on CISN.TV. Thanks for watching here tonight. We've got the boys game coming up next, but a good battle between a couple top-rated teams here. Number 2, Johnston, and number 13, Dowling. And so far, Johnston built that 13-point lead. Dowling, well, they had it down to 6 at one point, and then Johnston has built it back up here late, and Dowling running out of time here with 1:09 to play. They need to get some buckets in a hurry here against Johnston.
Dowling trying what they can to get back into it. They got a nice shot there at the end, but they got to be able to stop Johnston right here.
A little pressure, and they break it. And that's the nice thing. You have all those ball handlers for Johnston. You can work that clock, and Hinders gets fouled.
And under a minute left, I mean, Hinders are sending an 89% free throw shooter to the line.
Hallie Ketchum with her first personal, 18 foul. Hinders, 5 of 5 now from the free throw line, 14 points on the night. Second free throw, right through.
57-47. Johnston, where they want to be right now.
Under a minute to play. Here comes Dowling. Looking for some quick buckets. Dribbling across.
Probably shouldn't be dribbling right here, Dar.
Yeah, no, but that's why.
And that's maybe you probably should be dribbling.
Yeah,
and possession error or out of bounds.
And that's the frustrating thing. You're trying to find the open spot there, and you think you got it, and then Knuth comes out. Yeah, I know it's easy to say, oh, why don't you just pull up and shoot it? Well, you do, and then you get it put right back in your face. But
I think Dowling looked like actually going to come back after it. I thought
Siren with it up top, and just Johnston really working the ball here.
Under 30 left. Looks like it's going to be a Johnston victory.
As they'll work it down, Dowling's not going to foul, I don't think, at this point. As Knuth gets it. Credit Johnston. Knuth sat down there when she got her third personal. 2:41 to go in the third, and Johnston weathered the storm from Dowling. And they are going to go on to the win here tonight, 57-47 over Dowling. They'll move to 14-3 on the season. Dowling will drop to 12-7. We'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap up the scoring in this ball game right after this.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's
And we're back here, the final 57-47. Johnston Dowling, the Dowling girls here tonight, and we'll run down the scoring for you. For Dowling, first of all, Becca Hintner with 18 points, 8 for Emma Gaber, 4 for Anna Wanek, 4 for Marin Daniel, 4 for Caitlin Moses, 5 for Hallie Ketchum, and 2 for Josie Filer. So a lot of scoring, but Becca Hintner didn't get a lot of help otherwise there. 15 for Rachel Hinders, 18 for Tara Knuth, 14 for Ellie Brown. So 3 players in double figures for Johnston. Then Jenna Johnson added in 4, and Paige Siren added in a 3 for Johnston. They led, or it was tied rather, 14 all at one quarter. Johnston outscored Dowling 13-8 in the second to go up 27-22 at the half. It was 43-35 after 3 and 57-47 the final here tonight. And Kay, just a good performance. You talked about it. Knuth sits down with her 3 personals, and Johnston held off the rally there by Dowling, which saw Hintner. She scored 11 points in that third quarter, but Johnston did enough while Knuth was on the bench to keep that lead, and then built on it late in the game.
I think that's probably a telltale story of the fact that Johnston just has experience from the state tournament team they had last year. You knew, Taryn Knuth in foul trouble, players like Rachel Hunter is going to step up, Ellie Brown, Haley Towers, Shayna Stubbs are going to step it up, and I thought they did a really good job of that tonight. And on the defensive side, Hittner was going to get her points. I mean, that was kind of a given, but they were also be able to get her in foul trouble. She fouled out, and really Johnston pretty good performance on both sides of the ball.
And Dowling looks like they need to find somebody that had a few more points in there along with Hintner to make, take a little pressure off of her. Hintner was the only one in double figures there, where Johnston has 3 in double digits. So the final here for the girls game, 57-47. We'll take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back with the boys game in just a bit.
Through the end of the month, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise, only $9.99 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4, only $17.50 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $2.99 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu, only $9.99 to its signing, includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. Through the end of the month, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise, only $9.99 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4, only $17.50 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $2.99 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu, only $9.99 to its signing, includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee. Through the
Live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, we're here at part 2 of our doubleheader tonight between the Johnston Dragons and Dowling Catholic Maroon. Hello, everyone. I'm Cade Jones, bringing you the CISN.TV, and we're back here with Dar. Dar, what do you think for tonight? Boys basketball, just another part 2 matchup. I know Dowling's got 2 losses. Johnston's won like 4 of the last 5. What do you foresee here, Mr. Danielson?
I think both of them are rounded into playing some good ball right now at this time of the year. Dowling really playing well. They played, we did the game where they upset Valley, give Valley their first loss of the season here last Friday night. So they're really kind of putting things together here tonight. Johnston is, as you said, they got on a little roll here, winning some games, and are kind of finding their groove here, but we'll see if it's enough against Dowling here tonight, as Dowling has some size and bulk in there that Johnston's going to have to contend with tonight. But both these teams, at a point you want to see the trajectory going up where you're playing better and winning games toward the end of the season, and they're both doing that. We'll just see tonight how I think it'll be a good measuring stick for Johnston to see how they match up here with a top-rated team here against Dowling.
The one thing about Johnston is the fact that one of the biggest things they're going to deal with is, I think it's Luke Eastman and Stevie Sarcone, I think possibly will be playing tonight. What's your view on that?
They have good depth all around. They were able to play several players. They have good depth off the bench coming in, and with Brandon Doherty and Stevie Sarcone has been coming off the bench, but he gives you some size there at 6'4", 230 coming in. So we'll see some good matchups in there tonight with Dowling. And now it was a pretty close game, 70-63 at Dowling Catholic when they played on the 11th of December. So, these two teams have played each other close, and we'll see if maybe playing at home makes a little bit of difference here for Johnston tonight.
I think so. One thing, and the player that, when I think of Johnston right now, and they're playing, and I think it begins and ends with Jared Bacon. Mm-hmm. He's been very, very big. I think he had a really good game against Indianola the last time we were here. I believe he's had like 6 3-pointers that game. He's going to be big tonight, and he's been big really his entire career.
Yeah, he's made 78 shots from the floor so far this season, and half of those are from three-point range. So, he's shooting 36% from three-point range, overall 39%. So, his percentage isn't real great, but he's scoring, and he's about 15 points a game. If they can find another one of those players, Grant Kramer, Dawson Jones, one of those guys to step up too, add some more points with that, then I think that's going to help them out.
I think really one thing, Johnson's a very young team this year, and I think some of those guys, like you were just talking about, a couple of those guys like Dawson Jones, a guy like, I think Jaron Proctor has been stepping up big. The youth has been big, along with the senior leadership of Bacon and Eric Francis. But they're going to be called to lead within the next couple years for Johnston.
Yeah, and you see Vanderswag, he comes off the bench, the sophomore there with a little size. So, yeah, these guys, and winning builds a lot of things. When you win, you build the confidence and and that experience, and it just makes you better overall, and you get going. So we'll see if Johnston can keep that rolling here tonight against Dowling. It'll be a tough task, but they've showed that they played with them there in the last game.
One thing about Dowling, coached by Michael Connor, going to always provide a big challenge. I'm not sure. I think I've seen on here number 50, Ted Brown, 6'10". Is he? Is he believed to be a starter here tonight? 6'10", Ted Brown.
Yeah, he is, and he's generally in the starting lineup, and he's a big guy underneath, and he's a guy that they look for, their leading scorer coming in. So he provides the bulk under there, and we'll see how he does with that and how Johnston handles that tonight.
And what do you think is the key for the Dragons, from the Dragons side, to play to slow down Dowling? What if you're Coach Bob Sanquist, what would you draw up exactly?
Well, I think you can't get a lot of turnovers against them because they could take it down and turn that into points. You got to, play good defense, and then on offense, you also have to work the ball and look for good shots against them, not shoot bad shots. And got to find them on the boards too, because they have some size. But if you can block them out and maybe get a few rebounds and not let them dominate the boards, that's a big key too.
Most definitely, and we're going to take a short little 1 minute timeout. 1 minute timeout here on this. We'll be back more on Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at Fireplace Superstore, we're building a new building because we wanted to add a little bit of room. Well, maybe more than just a little room. Mother Nature may have delayed our construction, but she hasn't delayed the sale. We're still making deals. So now's the time to beat the rush and come in to get the best deals on Central Iowa's largest selection of heat and glow fireplaces and gas inserts. Stop in today and see our fire experts. We'll find the heat and glow fireplace that's the best for your family at the best prices of the season. Heat and Glow, nobody builds a better fire.
Back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, I'm along with Dar Danielson. I'm Cade Jones, getting ready for some part two of our doubleheader between Johnston and Dowling. Dowling coached by head coach Michael Connor, Johnston head coach Bob Sandquist. Going to get ready to see the starting lineups right here. And one thing about Dar, I noticed earlier in the year, Dowling did defeat Johnston, but it was by a score of 70-63. But this Johnston team now is a lot different than the one back in the year of 2015. It was December, I believe.
Yeah, they are, and it is, and so is Dowling. And the interesting thing, too, is that Dowling moved their Tuesday game when it looked like there was going to be bad weather. They moved back to Monday. They played on Monday, where Johnston, I don't believe they played because their game got snowed out on Tuesday. So I don't know if that makes any difference in that they've had a little more time off, or if Dowling's a little fresher because they played on Monday. We'll see if that matters much at all here tonight, too.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting ready to start here. But before we start, looks like we're going to be in tune for the national anthem, it looks like. Looks like both teams are lining up right now. I think it seems to be. Our famous announcer down there, he's been on a lot of old Johnston athletic events. So when do we...
Man.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to do the national anthem. So we're going to take a short break here on the CSI Sports Network, and we'll listen in to the national anthem. Back live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network with Dar Danielson. I'm Cade Jones. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Let's go meet some of the starters here for Johnston. You're going to see number 10, Grant Kramer, a 6'6" junior. We have number 20, Eric Francis, a 6'1" senior. Number 22, Jaron Proctor, a 5'10" junior. We have Jared Bacon, a 5'11" senior. Number 12. And last, looks like it's going to be number 34, a 6'8" junior Dawson Jones. That's a pretty good starting lineup right there for Johnston right there.
Yep, and they've, as you've been saying, they've gelled together pretty good in the last few games and won 4 out of their last 5, I believe. So we'll see how they match up here against Dowling.
Looks like for the Dowling Catholic boys, looks like we got starters. Number 3, number 6'6" senior Cole Sasinski. Also, we have number 13, a 6'1" junior Joey Kern. Looks like number 25, Luke Eastman, a 6'6" senior. We also have number 32, Sam Ngoli, a 6'4" sophomore. And then number 51, 6'10", Ted Brown. But as a matter of fact, I think I've heard at least our gentleman over here say that Eastman may or may not play tonight. It could be Stevie Sarcone because I think Luke Eastman was battling some sickness, it looks like, so might not always want to count on that, but you never know. But I just wonder who the matchup's who's going to be the recipient of Ted Brown, a 6'10" Dowling Catholic player.
Yeah, with some size in there, and look at it. Bacon, their leading scorer. Johnston averaged about 61 points a game. Dowling averaging 64 points a game, roughly. So pretty close in what they put out offensively. Defensively, Johnston giving up about 61 points, but Dowling only giving up about 51 points. So a big difference there defensively in what they give up, about 10 points. So we'll see if Johnston could overcome that here tonight.
Both teams really traveled well tonight. Obviously, Johnston's going to bring a lot of people being at their home court, but obviously Dowling having such a good team doesn't surprise me that they brought a whole lot of people. Getting ready to start tip-off here.
And I don't know if it's still snowing. It was starting to snow a little bit here earlier, and I don't know if it stayed snowing out there. I don't think we were supposed to get much, but anyway. But yeah, this is going to, I think, starting to be one of those rivalries too. Johnston and Dowling is, and we'll see how that plays out here tonight.
So Johnston getting the fight song ready to go. Both teams getting ready to get on, tighten up the sneakers, getting a few more instructions from coaches. Bobby Sandquist's team on riding high so far. I mean, got a tall task ahead of them, but this is a much more improved Dragon team from now than when the team that lost 70-63 to Dowling the first time.
And Dowling's won, their last loss was on the road at Ankeny, and then they've since won 6 straight, and 3 of those on the road at Ankeny Centennial. The one, of course, the big one over Valley, who was undefeated at the time, last Friday, and then they beat Des Moines East, and then Southeast Polk at home, Dowling did. So they're in a bit of a roll themselves.
Dowling wins the tip as here we go. Number 13, Kern brings it in. Johnston playing the man-to-man. It looks like Stevie Sarcone is in for Luke Eastman. So they will be without Eastman tonight. As there's Ngoli looking for Ted Brown underneath. Number 3, Sasinski. Now he gets to Ngoli. Ngoli puts it into Brown. He's going to use all that 6'10" frame, and he puts it up for 2. Early, Dowling strikes early on their first possession as Johnston brings it back.
Just a good old power post move.
Bacon going all the way inside. We talked about him early in the pregame. The ball's tipped around. It's still being tipped around. Looks like it last tipped off Dowling.
And Jared Bacon, there aren't many shots that he doesn't like out there, but I think what he's got to do is pick the better shots, the more open shots.
Say anything beyond the line, I think he's going to take beyond the arc. That is, as it looks like a loose ball on the floor, and a foul is going to be on Stevie Sarcone.
Yep.
Sarcone just got a little bit too far in there. Kramer. Dowling's going to definitely take note of Jared Bacon, probably locate wherever he is on the floor as Proctor goes all the way in, and the ball's still being tipped around. It's still being tipped around. Ted Brown has it. He got it to Sasinski. There's Sarcone. You're going to feed it to Brown. Brown's going all the way in. Ball's still being tipped up again, but it's rebounded there by Kramer as Johnston goes back the other way. Inside, looking for Dawson Jones, and it looks like he is called for traveling, it looks like.
Well, the game plan early has been feed it to Brown down low, and we'll see if they Do that again here the next time down. It's Dawson Jones down there in the middle trying to get him, but I'd let him have the ball up there in the jump circle. You don't worry about it out there.
Yeah, let Ted Brown take it and let the 6'10" body do the rest. Brown looking underneath for Sarcone. Sarcone being guarded heavily. John poked away there by Dawson Jones. And a turnover committed early by Dowling.
Yeah, Sarcone was worrying about the guy on the left side and forgot about the guy on the backside.
Kramer's going to try the three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound by, looks like a battle for the rebound, but Sosinski gets it right there. Sosinski going to try the three. He faked it right there, but he said he took it, and a rebound grabbed there by Sarcone. Brown looking for a man open. Now he's going to try to drive all the way around. Dawson Jones puts up a hook shot. It's good. Ted Brown, 4 points so far on a 4-0 early Dowling lead. John stick with that man-to-man. Kramer tried to pass. I don't know what Kramer was trying to do exactly right there, but it's a turnover.
Stevie Sarcone has a little size too.
That he does, and a shot right there by Sosinski and a 6-0 lead. And Coach Stanquist not happy. He calls a timeout. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back live with more basketball.
Mr. Hometown Clothing Store, the one that had it all, everything to get the work done, all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Back live here in the Central Iowa Sports Network with Dar Danielson. I'm Cade Jones. Dowling out early, and Johnston just kind of shooting themselves in the foot early.
Yeah, I think that's what Bobby Sandquist called the timeout for. Is settle this offense down. Let's work it and get a good shot. A wild shot that goes off the back of the backboard is not what you're looking for here against Dowling.
Staying with the man-to-man, a fadeaway jumper by Dawson Jones is no good. The bounce around, and Kenton Toms is into the game for Grant Kramer. A long pass for Ted Brown. Nobody was down there, and a foul called on Dawson Jones.
Now there's where that was a mistake defensively. You can't let the big guy get down there wide open on the breakaway like that.
So you mentioned it earlier, Stevie Sarcone does have a lot of size at 6'4". Wow. As Brown's first free throw is good. And Devin Vanderweer checks in for Dawson Jones.
Brown only shooting 43% from the free throw line this season. It's not one of his stronger points of his game, but he hits the first.
He makes them both.
There you go.
And an 8-0 Dowling lead.
6 of those out of Brown.
Johnston moving this ball. Bacon's going to try his specialty, the three ball. He gets Johnston on the board.
Well, there they had it. A couple passes, and they found Bacon open on the wing. That's what Bobby Sandquist is looking for out of the offense. No quick shots.
Sarcone, Sosinski gets into the corner. Here's Ngoli. Sarcone being guarded there by Toms. Ngoli.
Ignoli, he had a good game the other night against Valley that really got him going.
And feed it here to Ted Brown. He puts it up. Hook shot, no good. It's still fighting for it. He somehow gets it. He puts it back up. On the 6'10", fierce, unbelievable.
Well, I had him in a good spot. He was too low underneath the basket, but he kept fighting and got position back after he missed the shot.
Johnson trying to work around this man-to-man as Bacon puts up a shot. It's good. 10-5 the score. Johnston in the man-to-man. There's Ngoli trying to drive a nice feed to Stevie Sarcone. Sarcone puts it up and a foul called. I think that foul is going to be maybe on Francis.
I think so. Yep. Eric Francis is first. Second on team foul.
And Sarcone at the line. It looks like getting ready to check in, I believe, is Camden Vanderswalk comes in.
Sarcone shooting 55% from the free throw line.
The Sarcone makes it an 11-point game and here comes Luke Eastman. Eastman's gentleman we talked about earlier. As here comes Johnston back, down 12-5. Top of the key is Toms. Trying to move the ball in. Bacon puts it up on a jumper. He is got on fire. He has 7 points of his team, 7 points.
Yep, he's getting some open looks, though. That's a key. They're moving the ball, and they're getting him some open looks.
Ted Brown trying to go in. I thought he might put it up there, Dar, but he didn't.
A good double team on him that time.
As Eastman fires a three, no good, but look who's in there almost getting the rebound. And the ball will stay with, excuse me, it's going to go right back to Johnston.
Credit Vanderwerf. He got in there and didn't let Brown muscle that rebound down and was able to knock it off him.
Here comes Daniel Nussbaum in for Devin Vanderwerf.
Brendan Doherty into the ball game too. He was a big spark against Valley the other night too. He had some good play that helped them. He's been averaging 6 points off the bench for Dowling.
Johnston with the ball. Vanderswag gets it to Proctor on the top of the key. Proctor trying to work her way around Kern. So now it's Doherty. And Proctor puts up a hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Johnson's got to get back, and not the best throw right there. They try to, a wrist did Sosinski right there, and it didn't pay off. But it's
Vanderswag was right back there to knock it down. So that's being aware on defense. When you come back on defense, you gotta have to look up the floor, but you also have to be aware of what's behind you, so they don't sneak one over your head.
Johnston down 12-7, trying to work their way back in this 12-7. They're going to go right to Brown, but it's ball's tipped away and a foul called. I think that might be on Toms. Nope, it's going to be on Bacon.
That's his first, team third.
And Ted Brown's going to go at the line. Ted Brown with 8 so far. Make that 9. It could be 10 coming in. Brown makes them both. Now it's back to a 7-point game.
That's what you like to see out of your big guy. If you get fouled, cash him in.
Johnson's going to have to get this ball across, but a good aggressive defense being played there by Dowling. Here's Bacon. He has the open look again. Oh, I thought he was going to make that again, and there's a ball on the floor, out of bounds, going to Dowling.
Yeah, it looked like an open look coming down the floor. It was a good shot, just didn't go that time, but I would say take that shot if you're him and you got it open. But he's the only one that scored here for Johnston.
So far.
Bacon.
Johnston, Dowling looking, working the ball around. Johnston, that man-to-man, they're definitely going to try to feed the big man. Crisp passes so far by Dowling. They're going to try to feed him again. He almost lost control of it, did Brown. Eastman at the right wing. Johnston playing a good man-to-man defense so far.
Doing a good job now trapping Brown when he gets the ball. Forcing him to come out high.
Johnston, here's Ngoli trying to go in. Ngoli put the fadeaway, good.
Good shot by Gnoli there. And that hurts too when you stop Brown and then somebody else steps up and pops a jumper like Ignoli did, then that,
Nussbaum's going to try a three right here. It's no good. Probably not the shot they want Mr. Nussbaum to take right there.
It was wide open, but maybe work a few more passes before you take that shot.
Ngoli. Here to Sosinski, Brown trying to work his way around two-man right there. And Sosinski almost had his pass stolen right there by Bacon. Dowling very quick, and they get it to Ted Brown, and there's a foul called.
Yeah, every time you get that ball in that position, you're able to get by the defense, you're going to get a foul called. And that's Daniel Nussbaum.
That's his first personal. Team foul number 4. And the first free throw is good.
Ted Brown just knocking him down here. He's 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And he came in only shooting 43% from the free throw line. So.
And he misses the second one right there, but it's still a 17-7 advantage.
Yep. Still 5 out of 6 from the line.
Johnston working this ball around. Kramer trying to work his way around Sosinski. Now he gets it to Jones. Don't have Dawson Jones underneath. Try to work him underneath. There's Bacon go all the way in. Trying to do a little bit too much right there. Goes out of bounds, though, on Dowling.
Yeah, kind of drove into a couple guys there, and we'll see Sarcone come in to give Brown a breather. And that's been his role here during the season, and is giving Brown a little bit of a breather and giving him some good play in the post.
Tries to go, looks like Bacon was trying to complain about the referee about something. Maybe Sosinski might have been too close to him, but nonetheless, play it again. They go right inside. Vanderswag on a quick three. Got it. Camden Vanderswag, his first points of the game. And Johnston is now down by 7.
Man, he's just the only player now other than Bacon to score for Johnston.
Johnston will need tonight. Every player to step it up tonight.
Looks like they'll play for one here.
Doherty gets it to Sosinski. Sosinski's going to try to drive around Vanderswag. He pulls one up. No, throws it all the way across to Doherty. It's stolen. It's still stolen, and a foul is called on Doherty.
Doherty gets called for the
Doherty
foul.
gets called, okay. So I have it on Doherty. For some reason I have Doherty on here.
That's the way it looks, but it's pronounced Doherty.
Doherty, okay.
I slip up on that one too when I see it because
Johnston just going to try to get something quick in. Dawson Jones is going to try to drive his way around. He pulls up for a three. No good. Close, but no cigar. As Johnston and Dowling playing a good game so far. Dowling ahead 17-10. We'll be back with more live basketball right after this.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
Back live here at Johnston High School. Dowling leading 17-10 over the Johnston Dragon. Pretty good, entertaining first half. I mean, Dowling might be a runaway, but Jared Bacon started picking things up, Dar.
Yeah, Bacon, he scored 7 of their 10 points and just one other player scoring, so they need to spread that out. Some of those other guys hit some shots, and then, of course, Ted Brown, 11 of Dowling's 17. So he's been the early guy to go to here, and Johnson did a little bit better job here late in the quarter of containing him, but trouble is you contain him, then you got to be careful about the other guys coming in.
Here comes Jaron Proctor going all the way in. I thought he might dish it off right there. Probably not the shot that Coach Sandquist wanted, and Dowling has it right here with Ngoli.
Yeah, again, you don't want it against 3 guys. Oh, nice.
And Ted Brown had a shot almost probably disrupted there by
Jones,
Johnston.
Yeah. Dawson Jones, I think, got a piece of it.
Johnston working this ball around. Ahead 17-10. A hook shot here by Dawson Jones is no good. He almost got the rebound right there. He's still fighting for the rebound. Who's going to get this, Dar? And it's going to be a foul called on Dawson Jones.
You like the hustle, though. That was a hustle foul. And, you know, he made a good move in there on the turnaround. It just didn't get it to fall. But you like that hustle, fighting for the rebound. But he's a little frustrated, too. I think he was frustrated when he missed the shot, and he kept trying to get the rebound. But
so Dowling ahead 17-10. Trying to go all the way in as Ngoli. He finds, looks like that was
Eastman, or
Sarcone,
yeah.
and then misses the shot right there. And here comes Johnston the other way. Nice move by Proctor. Vanderswag 1 to the 3, didn't take it.
Here's where you settle down, get a good shot.
Ken Toms with the hook shot, no good. Rebounded by by Dowling. That's Doherty coming down. It is Sarcone.
Well, they took it right at Ted Brown a couple times down, but haven't been able to get it to fall.
Finds a streaking Sarcone right there, and a foul called on Johnston.
Grant Kramer. And that time everybody was watching Brown down low, and Sarcone just cut through the middle, got the pass, and drew the foul.
And the first shot is good there by Sarcone. Sarcone trying, next free throw is no good. And rebounded here by Kenton Toms. Here's Vanderslog. Gets it to that's Proctor. Proctor, top of the key. Vanderslog. I think they want to get a shot for Jared Bacon, I'd be believing right here. Like you said, other guys are going to get involved too. As a long three-point shot is no good, off the mark there by Vanderslog.
They got the open shot they wanted. Ignoli
back the other way, and he hits a huge little layup right there. Takes it now to a 10-point lead.
So even looks like when they're getting an open shot, maybe Johnston just rushing it a little bit still,
So they have time. Just nothing's really falling right now.
And Ignoli staying right on Bacon, not going to give him any room to get up a shot.
A nice feed there to Kenton Toms by Grant Kramer.
Almost caught Toms off guard.
Yeah, I don't think Toms was expecting that, but a nice feed there, assist there by Kramer. There goes the big man Brown all the way in. He puts him back up by 10. It's kind of hard to stop him if you're Johnston. You have tall bodies out there, but no one as tall as 6'10", really.
Yeah, and that time he put a little shoulder and created a little separation on that one.
Goes all the way in as Proctor, and Ted Brown just really took that down with one hand. Doherty wants a three right there. Doesn't take it, however. All the way in. He's going to be called for traveling. Doherty.
Good defense by Kenton Toms on that. Kept straight up and forced Doherty to travel.
(22-12). Dowling in the lead.
Looks like Eastman back in there now.
Johnston looks for that shot, open shot, trying to get players involved. As Bacon's one of those players that's been mightily involved. Stripped away there by Dowling, but regained by Kramer, who puts it back up for two. Good job there by Grant Kramer.
Yeah.
On the cleanup.
Stayed with it.
Long three-point shot, good. Nothing but nylon by number 13, Joey Kern.
Quick answer by Dowling.
But now they increase their lead to 11. Bacon wanted the shot, didn't take it. Now gets to Kramer. Kramer trying to work his way around. He's going to be called for.
No, call a timeout.
Oh, call a timeout? Nope.
Yep.
Timeout called by Coach Bobby Stanquist. We will too, with 4:14 left. Dowling leading 25-14. We'll be right back with more.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling ahead 25-14. Every time Johnston seems like they're trying to get back into it, Dowling just comes right back with something bigger.
Yeah, it just seems like Dowling has Johnston not looking real comfortable in their offense. Even when they get an open shot now, it seems like they're forcing it up real quick. If they settle down, get some passes, try to get a little bit of a run going.
Oh, a nice feed to Eric Francis. Tremendous feed right there. I think that was from Grant Kramer with the assist right there.
Yeah, nice backdoor. cut, and he found the cutter.
And the ball's up top, and here comes Johnston back the other way.
That's what they need. Get the run put together here. Take your time.
Going all the way in is number 12, Bacon. He couldn't get. Oh, Eric Francis gets the rebound. Francis wanted to go back in, slowed down. Daniel Nussbaum's having some confusion right there with something. Wonder if he lost a contact there, Dar. I think he did lose a contact.
Yeah, the referee's pointing to his eye now. He's going to pop that back in there.
Oh, Nussbaum, a couple-year player here for Johnston. He's saying, I'm okay, coach. Don't put Vanderwerf in, please. Well, maybe we should. Maybe we should. I think he just said, Coach, I am okay, but
yeah.
Okay, but Daniel, we got to get other players in there too sometimes. Coach Stamkos always said, I'll get you back in. Don't worry about it. As here comes inbound pass, kind of a dangerous
inbound. Almost got the 5 count there. He had to get it in, yeah.
Kramer, Grant Kramer was thinking one thing, Devin Vanderwerf was thinking another thing. And, Derek Francis almost stealing him from the backside. It leaves a wide open man here. That's Joey Kern. Nice move there. Nice passes there by Dowling. And the ball stolen away by Eric Francis. Here they come back the other way. Francis is going to probably lay this up. He doesn't get in. But the ball's still up. Vanderwerf has it. Vanderwerf's going to put it back up. He puts it back in. Devin Vanderwerf with a great play right there. Devin and Johnston is right back into it at 25-18. We'll take a short 30-second timeout here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Back here live here at Johnston High School. Dowling head 25-18. They got a little bit of fireball playing right now.
So far, an 8-8 standoff here in the second quarter. They've, back and forth. But the good news for Johnston is they're finding some other players scoring. Jared Bacon hasn't scored here, their leading scorer in the second quarter, but 4 other players have. So if they can keep that up and keep getting some more balanced scoring, they might be all right.
Nice feed there to Eastman by Ted Brown, and Eastman puts it up, and we'll get a chance for an and one.
And of course, you got to, in all that, you got to try to stop Ted Brown, and there he gets the assist. And
Johnston.
Who'd they call that foul on?
I think that was on number 20. No, it was on number 50, Devin Vanderwerf.
Okay. Missed the free throw.
Kramer bringing it down. 27-18. Just remember your Johnston. Hey, fire one back right at him. Bacon at the top of the key. Here to Francis. Vanderswang on a bounce pass here to Vanderwerf. Vanderwerf trying to work his way in on the much larger Ted Brown. Vanderwerf does a good job right there working his way around.
Nice move on him to get him inside and back around underneath.
I've been watching Vanderwerf in a foul over top. I don't think that's probably what they wanted right there.
Is that Vanderwerf?
That was on Vanderwerf.
Second. Yeah, he was kind of excited by the move, and then he got down there on defense and was wanting to get it back, but unfortunately gets the foul.
18 fouls called on Johnston so far compared to 2 for Dowling. And Ted Brown's first free throw is good. Brown's his second one is no good. Off the front iron.
He's 6 out of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Not too bad. Francis going all the way in. Oh, what a nice reverse layup there. It was off the mark there by Francis.
Good move. You got to finish those, though.
Long three-point shot here by Kern is no good. Rebounded here by Johnston. They're going to probably slow this one down. Does Vanderswang.
Yep. Didn't have the numbers. Pull it back.
Francis pulls up for 3 on the other end. No good. Rebounded by Grant Kramer. Kramer's going to put this one back up. No good. But it draws the foul, however. And foul is on Sam and goalie. Yep, that is on Sam and goalie. And Kramer misses the first one right there. Probably when you're at the chance for the cash these in, Dar, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. And that's not what you probably want to start off with.
No, with the clock stopped, you want to take advantage of the scoring.
And he makes the second. 28-21, Jaden Kephart into the game. Now Johnston applying that full court pressure. And a long pass here. They got a man. Ted Brown was wide open right there for a moment. And they missed a travel right there, actually, Dar. But nonetheless, we don't miss a call here once in a while. As Kearns, Doherty almost pulled up for a three, didn't. Gets it to the money man. That's Devin Smith, and he travels.
Yeah, Brown took a couple shuffle.
Ted Brown, that was.
Yeah. He felt the guy in his hip, and he was trying to push him back a little bit, but he moved those feet when he did and turned it over. So here's a chance for Johnston to just take your time, get a good shot here.
Yep, down by 7. I mean, still have another half of basketball to be played. Here's a long three-point shot there by Vanderswag, was no good. Rebounded there by number 25, and that was, no, excuse me, that's number 45, Sarcone. And the ball is batted away. It's still batted away. Kramer tried something right there and did not want to do that as Doherty pulls up for a three, no good. Rebounded by Bacon.
Yeah, he tried to tap it ahead, but he might have been better off to grab it and pass it, but was thinking they're going to get in a hurry. A minute to play.
Johnston under a minute. Is Vanderwerf.
You get a shot here, a 2 or a 3, and you're within 5 or 4 points here at the half.
Kephart and Bacon. I think Coach Sandquist saying, hey, let's get maybe one right at the end here.
Let's see if they run a play to get Bacon open for a look.
I imagine that's probably what they're going to do. Maybe drive something inside, get Bacon out into the wing maybe. Johnston just moving the ball around. And we got coming up on 10 seconds left. Johnston behind 28-21. Dowling playing very good, and here they come.
Shazinski was sticking with Bacon there.
Tries from the wing here is Jaden Kephart. Is good from the right wing is Jaden Kephart. And we got a little bit of time. Oh, Kramer gets the rebound right there. Tried to put one back up. Didn't. Kramer got the steal right there.
Yeah.
He tried to put one back up, and he
just about a quick 5-point turnaround there, but as it is, they hit that 3 and they cut it down to 4 at the half.
And we're going to take a short 1-minute timeout. We'll be back to break down the first half and go over some scores. You're listening to the Central Iowa Sports Network.
End of the month, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise, only $9.99 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4, only $17.50 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $2.99 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu, only $9.99 to its signing, includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I'm Kate Jones along with Dar Danielson. And Dar, we had a game. It looked like it might be a Dowling blowout at first, but it kind of Johnston started picking things up a little bit. And look what we have now. It's a 28-24 ball game.
Yeah, got a little patience. Johnston outscored them 14-11 in that second quarter after trailing 17-10 the first quarter. We'll run down the scoring for you for Dowling. Ted Brown with 14, 11 was coming in the first quarter. 4 points for Sam McNolly, 3 for Joey Kern, 2 for Cole Shazinski, 3 for Stevie Sarcone, and 2 for Luke Eastman. For Johnston, 7 for Jared Bacon, all of those in the first quarter. Then 4 for Devin Vanderwerf, 3 for Jaden Kephart, 3 for Camden Vanderswag, 2 for Eric Francis, and 2 for Kenton Tom. So you like to see a few more guys getting in the scoring column there for Johnston. in that second quarter, because the first quarter was Jared Bacon and then Camden Vanderswag with a bucket. They could keep doing that, slow it down and work. I know Coach Sandquist called a timeout there once. It's kind of, you don't need to come down and shoot it in a hurry. I know you're behind, but if you come down and get a good shot, get the bucket, complete it, and then maybe get a stop and come down the other way. So, and then they held Brown to just 3 points in the second quarter after starting out with 11, and he's tried a few different guys in there on defense on him, and that's the thing they have to try to do is contain him down low, and if he's going to make that shot, at least foul him or don't let him try for the 3-point play on it. But so far, his free throw is pretty good.
I think it's key to spread the wealth around if you're Johnston. Bacon started out really good. You get Vanderswag involved. You get Francis involved. You get Nussbaum involved. All those guys, Jones. Kephart hit a big 3-point shot there right at the end. But about Dowling, if you're Coach O'Connor, what do you say right now? We got out to a nice lead. What do we continue to do?
Well, they were starting it out, pounded it into Brown, and that was working. And then now, stay with that. But if you get it into Brown and he doesn't have the open shot, let him kick it out. And those guys on the perimeter be ready to pop that three. They've only had 1 3 here so far tonight, Dowling has. So, be ready. If you get it into Brown and he's triple teamed, then that means somebody else has got to be open. So kick it out, move it around, and get for the open shot.
And guys like Joey Kern has hit a 3. He's hit a 3-point shot tonight. Number 50. Who else we got? Ted Brown, their main highlight guy. But Stevie Sarcone can show that he has some skills as well.
Yeah,
it's important.
McNolly, he's averaging about 10 points, and he's got 4 here. Joey Kern got the 3. Some of these other guys keep moving the ball around too. If you're Dowling, work it in when you can to Brown, but if it's not there, kick it back out and look for the better shot.
Definitely. Second half adjustments as far as Johnston. Are we going to still continue to spread the wealth around, but probably still try to keep continuing to get Jared Bacon involved?
Yeah, get him involved, and then on defense, don't give up any cheap things over the top on the fast break there. And they've done a pretty good job of that, of getting back. The one time they did let Brown get behind them, but fight for that rebound, but then get back if Dowling gets it, and don't let them get anything cheap down the floor. Make them earn all their points. Make them have to pound it inside and take their time and get it.
And right now we're getting treated to, looks like a dance rendition. It looks like I can't remember what it was. The song was called like A Cup of Life, I think, by Ricky Martin. By the Johnston, I think it was the Grind Dance Studio or whatnot. But as far as we'll take another short little 1-minute timeout here. 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back with more of the Central Iowa Sports Network on.
Here at Fireplace Superstore, we're building a new building because we wanted to add a little bit of room. Well, maybe more than just a little room. Mother Nature may have delayed our construction, but she hasn't delayed the sale. We're still making deals. So now's the time to beat the rush and come in to get the best deals on Central Iowa's largest selection of heat and glow fireplaces and gas inserts. Stop in today and see our fire experts. We'll find the heat and glow fireplace that's the best for your family at the best prices of the season. Heat and Glow, nobody builds a better fire.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Back live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Kate Jones along with Dar Danielson. And when we look at the postseason for both the girls and the boys, Dar, what do you see as some of the keys as far as when postseason comes? With some big, because I believe as far as the girls, first of all, I think Johnston was in their same district play, postseason play with I think it was Cedar Rapids, Washington was one of them.
I was going to look at those
traveling
brackets. I didn't get a chance to look at those yet, but they do a good job on the girls' side of trying to match it up pretty well there and spread it out. The boys, it's kind of, they set those up, and then you never know sometimes which are going to be the best teams in your sub-state where you're there. But, you're building in these last few games of the season. There's, 3 or 4 games left. You're building toward that. You want to, sharpen up what you're doing. And for the Johnston girls here tonight, they got the good win, and they played well and did some things, and they look to be hitting right toward that peak of where they want to be. And, you know, same thing for the boys. You kind of want to be playing your best. You want to be working on those things that you worked on all season, and you shouldn't have to have the coach have to call timeouts and you know, talk to you about them again. And it'll be interesting to see how the game works here. If they do go back to pound it inside again to Ted Brown, Dowling to start the second half, or what they decide. I would think they'd try to do that and then kick it back outside.
Yeah, one thing about these two teams as far as postseason play is, I don't know, I mean, as like hot as Johnston is right now, I don't know if anybody would want to like kind of run into them right now. I mean, obviously Dowling's kind of figuring that out right now. I mean, they've been really tested by this Dragons team so far tonight, and by the way, Dowling's a team you probably wouldn't want to play either in the postseason if you really want to really make a run at it as well.
Yeah, and the record is a big thing, because Dowling, assuming we'll get a bye with that 14 could be 15-2 record now. They'll get a bye to start out. Johnston at 6-9, they're going to have to play a higher seed going in, so it's going to be a little tougher for them on the tournament trail to try to get to Des Moines once, so that's why those early games in the season where they seed you are important, is you want to win then, and then you get that higher seed going in, and if you get a bye, if you're one of the top seeds, then you know one less game that you have to play to get into the tournament. Yeah,
Johnston, I just kind of wonder in the postseason how they most likely going to split up Dowling and Valley, I'm assuming. Just kind of wondering also where teams are going to fall. Like, where's Waukee going to fall? Who are they going to go with? Ankeny, are they going to go this way?
Yeah, I haven't even – I was going to look at both of those this afternoon, but I didn't get a chance and see how that is setting up there. But, you usually have – a lot of times you have some sub-states where there's some really good teams at one that's, and then other times you have good teams in there together where you got to fight for it, and then sometimes you get one where there's a lot of, even teams, real even teams, and one team, every now and then you get one that has a losing record that sneaks out and gets to state, so it just all depends on how that works out.
We got about 30 more seconds till we start play the second half of Johnston versus Dowling. Once again, I'm Kay Jones along with Dar Danielson. We also see MediaCom's here. Looks like Wade Lookingbill is the color commentator down there. Former Iowa Hawkeye great Wade Lookingbill.
B.J. Shaban, a good friend of mine, down there doing the play-by-play. He does a lot of work for them. I ran into him on the way right before the start of this game. He was asking me what I thought. And I said, well, Johnston's playing well. It could be a close game, but then also Dowling's been playing pretty well. And if Dowling, gets on a run and builds up that lead, and so far, though, he had a good run to end the first half for Johnston to cut it down to 4.
And Dowling started out very well. They just kind of have a few slip-ups so far. And it looks like we're going to start with the same starters for both teams. It looks like we got Sasinski, we got Kern, Ingoli, Sarcone, and Brown. And for Johnston, Kramer, Bacon, Francis, Proctor, and Jones. So getting ready to start. Say they about started the game without the officials, so we got to have some officials on there.
Yeah, that always helps, I guess. Although sometimes the coaches might say, no.
Yeah, we don't need them on sometimes, but our lovely announcer down there. I'm not sure what that gentleman's name is down there. I know I saw him a couple times at football. He's always treated me very well, and all of us here at the CISN whenever we get a chance to go up there. But as we start here, Sam and goalie here to Ted Brown. Has a wide open Stevie Sarcone. That's the way you want to start right there.
Yep. Get the set up the play and score right away.
Bacon. Actually, that was Francis looking for Proctor. Kramer, that's a little fake right there, and shot was way off the mark.
Got a little too far on the baseline, down on the baseline on that one.
Johnston starting the way you definitely do not want to start this second half, especially with how they were doing as in the first half. And finds a wide open Ted Brown. We can almost see what's going to happen here. He gets the bucket and the foul. He has 16 points. And Devin Vanderwerth looked like he's going to check back in.
Brown was 6 of 8 in the first half on the free throw line. And again, he came in, he wasn't shooting real well, around, was it 43%, but he's putting them down tonight, and there he completes
another one, 33-24, the 9-point lead.
So that's what you want. Dowling wanted to come out and get a little run to start the second half, start strong.
Bacon pulls up for a jumper, it's good. It's only going to be a 2-point basket. I think Bacon wanted the 3. Maybe he's like, oh, come on, give me the 3, but they only give you the 2 as Bacon has 9 so far tonight. Ted Brown trying to work his way in on Vanderwerth. Decided not to. And goalie goes all the way in. Gets into Steve Sarcone. There's Ngoli at the top of the key, he drives in. Had his pass like momentarily poked away there by Proctor. Has a wide open Ted Brown underneath the basket. Didn't take it. Brown going to try to drive in. He's very automatic underneath, and he's having his way underneath with the Johnston Dragons all night.
Yeah, Vanderwerf is trying to work against him, and I don't know how much Vanderwerf weighs, but it's...
And Kramer going to be called for the travel right there.
But Vanderwerf giving up a few pounds there.
Yes.
Against Brown. Size-wise, they match up not too bad, but...
Riley coach Bob Shank was calling the timeout, a much-needed timeout, that is. And we're going to take a short break here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
I'm not hungry, but it looks good.
Oh, yes, the pizza definitely looks good, whether it be Godfather's, Polly Eyes, or anything like that, as we're back here on Central Iowa Sports Network. Johnston started out not the way you definitely want to, Dar.
7-2 run here to start the second half by Dowling. And, Johnston, again, it's so hard to be patient when you're down, you're behind. You want to get down there and shoot it up, and especially when you got Dowling playing such good defense. But patience and working the ball. I know it's probably what Coach Sandquist is saying to him over and over again. Work the ball, pass it around, get a good shot. You don't have to take the first shot that's there.
And right now Dowling with the basketball right here. Oh, Vanderwerth almost fell down right there. It probably looks like a foul is called on. Who is that foul? Or is not no foul?
Well, they're giving it to him down low.
There's some confusion.
I thought they were going to call a little hip check under there, but they didn't. And then
Brown goes all the way up, and Brown travels with it.
Yeah,
he's confused about it, but certain things you can't do.
I thought they might call that a jump ball, but he must have shuffled his feet as he came up. He got the ball low and allowed Johnston to tie him up.
Well, Ted's got 19 points on the night so far. And back comes Grant Kramer. He travels the other way. It's kind of like that Iowa State Texas A&M game. A lot of travels being called tonight.
Yeah.
Not saying that we didn't deserve those, but then again,
well,
the officials get on that kick sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
It's Brown at the top of the key, who got it to Sinski. Finds it all the way in here to Ted Brown, who puts it back up. He has 21 on the night so far, Dar.
Seven points here in the quarter.
Here comes Vanderswag in for Francis.
Trying to find some spark, I think, in the offense here for the Dragons, as it's back up to a 9-point lead again after they cut that down to 4 at the half.
There's Vanderwerf at the top of the key. Bacon, no, I don't think Bacon was anticipating that pass. He really Vanderwerf really stuffed it at him, but Kramer at the top of the key. Grant's going to try to work his way around. Couldn't. Johnston just trying to look for an open look, trying to find something to get going. Vanderwerf looking around.
Yeah, they're giving him the 3, but he wisely didn't shoot it out there.
Sometimes the students ask for some unrealistic requests there. Not saying that Vanderwerf couldn't pull it up, but
he's only shot 1 and missed it so far this season. So
Vanderwerf almost got the tip right there. But the size of Ted Brown is just kind of overwhelming, I think, for Mr. Vanderwerf.
Yeah, he went up high.
There's a long 3 shot, no good. Somebody's going to get this rebound, and it's going to be off, last touch off Dowling. Kenton Toms checks in for Vanderwerf.
Vanderwerf's been working hard. He just hasn't had a lot of results against Brown tonight, but I mean, you got to give him credit for all the hustle.
Yeah, definitely playing hard, but just yeah, just
tough guy to work against.
Tough guy, yeah. It's probably not the almost ideal guy. And there's Kenton Toms figuring out right there as his shot is blocked by Mr. Brown, and Brown was wide open for a moment right there. Just kind of toying with Kenton Toms right there.
Seeing Brown, a lot of movement on him trying to work open too.
Athletic for a big man. Sinski trying to work his way around, and now he fed it to Kern, who got it to Sarcone. You know they're trying to look for number 51, and here he comes. He has it. And he feeds it back to Ngoli. Tried to give and go. They feed it out here for a long 3-point shot by Stevie Sarcone, was no good, and a rebound there by Kramer. Proctor getting it here to Bacon. Bacon trying to find he's got it to Proctor, as a matter of fact. Here's Bacon trying a long 3-point shot. He's good at it. He loves it, that 3-point shot.
Yeah, he's got their only 5 points here in the quarter. Dowling's been able to extend their defense out a little farther, too.
And Ted Brown using all that big body. He's going to put up a reverse layup. Are you kidding me? As Johnston pressing it back up. Here's Bacon on the other side. He puts it back. He surprised him. And Coach Bobby Sandquist yelling from the side, timeout, timeout, timeout. And he gets it, and it's a 39-31 game with 2:59 left in the third. We'll take a short break here. We'll be right back live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, Dar Danielson alongside, and I'm Cade Jones. 2:59 left in the third, and what have you seen so far, Dar?
Well, you got 9 points out of Ted Brown here in the quarter, and Bacon started to match him a little bit with 7 here lately, but just so far, if it comes down to a battle of Brown and Bacon, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm got to think that Dowling overall's had a little better scoring, and then in the second quarter, Johnston had more guys getting into the scoring column. So we'll see. It looks like Dowling's played a little better defense here in the third quarter, and now Johnston trying to pressure just a little bit.
There's Johnston was applying the full court pressure right there, but Dowling was able to break that press as Dowling moving this ball around. Here's Eastman. Gonna find the money man, Ted Brown. He puts up a hook shot. He's got 25. Wow. Johnston must find an answer for him. Here's Proctor trying to work his way around. Looks like that was number 13, Kern. Kramer trying to go all the way in. He travels with it.
So Ted Brown averages 14. He's got 25. So just about double that right now.
Coach Sandquist yelling out instructions. He's assisted there by Bill Proctor and Jaron Grinnell. And there's Bacon. Almost had the steal right there, but it falls right into the hands of Kern. There's Ted Brown. Almost had a weird, almost really went in pretty much right there, Dar.
A little bit of an alley, but they didn't finish it. The alley-oop there.
Yeah, there was no oop right there. Proctor at the left wing there, trying to drive his way around. Proctor trying to get involved and just cannot get around Ted Brown, and that's just kind of the problem Johnston's been having all night. And there's Doherty the other way, and there's the bucket and the foul. Dowling almost a little bit too much for the Dragons tonight.
Yeah, and Kenton Toms was trying to occupy Brown down there, and he did. And then on the drive, he came out and got the block anyway.
Brandon Doherty at the line, 43-41.
Was the biggest lead in the first half. Now they got it up to 13.
And there's an air ball shot there by Jared Bacon. And with 1:30 left, a minute and a half, and they're going to continue feeding him. And there he is. He is pretty much automatic this half. And now it is a 40. I believe it's 46-31.
13 points here in the third quarter. He had 14 in the first half.
And there's Francis going all the way in for the lay-in. It's good. There's a way to try to get Johnston back in this. But you must stop number 51. He is just giving Johnston a lot of pain. And there's a long three-point shot. Good. Nothing but nylon by Sam and goalie with less than a minute left.
And that's the trouble. You focus so much on Brown, and then he kicks it outside, and boom.
Has a man wide open underneath the basket, and a shot is blocked by Eastman. But it gets the foul called on him, Dar.
He must have got the body. It looked like he pinned that ball right against the glass.
Yes.
But picks up the foul.
47 seconds left, 49-33. As Kenton Toms is at the line. And this is the very first one as Kephart comes in for Francis. Ted Brown exits the game, much to Johnston's probably joy in a way.
Tom's a 61% free throw shooter, and Brown's going to sit down a minute here. Final 47 seconds.
And here comes Dowling to inbound it after Tom's made this second one right there. And Kephart almost kind of shoved in goalie right there. And the Leston goalie has it. Here's Sosinski. Have about 30 seconds left. Dowling looking to drive in with coming up on 20 seconds here. 49-34, a 15-point lead for the Maroon. Dowling in goal within goalie. And time's kind of running out. As Sosinski pulls up here for Kern, he's going to fire a three. It's good. No, excuse me, that was Eastman with the three. And Dowling has just been on. What a third quarter there by the Dowling Catholic Maroon. Wow. We're going to take a short break here at the end of the third quarter. It is Dowling 52, Johnston 34. We'll be right back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network right after this. Back here in the Central Iowa Sports Network, and Dar, let's just say that that third quarter couldn't have went any better really for Dowling. It couldn't have gone any worse for Johnston.
Yeah, outscored him 24-10 in the third quarter, and 13 of those points coming from Ted Brown on the inside. It was pretty much chuck it into Brown and let him. What can Brown do for you is basically as the saying goes.
Pretty much,
and that's what he did there.
And he's back in right now, and Johnston just needs something to get him going right here. Kephart. Really, Dowling's almost just too quick for these Dragons. And there's a jump shot. No, Kenton Toms gets the rebound. He puts it up and gets it. Toms. So far, Johnson's they just and there's Ted Brown, and he just slams it down with authority. Brown, no fouls, 29 points. Could you ask for a better game?
No.
There's Derek, excuse me, I almost called him Derek Jones. Dawson Jones misses on a shot, and the foul is on Kenton Toms. Excuse me, no, the shot, no, it's got a foul is actually on number 33, Sam Ngoli. And Johnston will have possession here, 54-36. The one thing about what Dowling's been doing is, you know, they tried, Johnston's been getting, Dowling player has the ball. All the Johnston players converge, but they leave Brown wide open, and there's a foul is called right there.
Sarkonia got a little too aggressive there and plowed into him.
45 is called right there. Stevie Sarcone.
Yeah, when they try to trap down on Brown, then it, you know, he's been able to kick it out. But most of the times he's able to get a move and get the shot off before that happens.
That's what that 6'10" body will do for you. Kenton Toms leaves. Grant Kramer comes in.
So Bacon, that's his 15th point, right at his average, but.
Yes, he makes them both here at 54-38. And then another press break, and Hootie going to take your dart? No, they fake it, and the last touch was off of Dowling.
Yeah, got a little too cute there. Faked that like he had Brown for the alley-oop dunk on the other side, and then credit the Johnston defense for staying in there on that.
I thought maybe they would feed Brown on that alley-oop, but nonetheless, they do not, as Bacon brings it up. Camden Vanderswang with a long three-point shot. No good. And
yeah, it goes the cable, so that's out of bounds.
Hits the cable, yep, and that is counted out of bounds.
Big third quarter for Dowling as they put a lot of space between them here in Johnston.
And really, that can make all the difference by the time the end of this ball game's done, is that huge third quarter that they had. I think that's Doherty. That three-point shot at the end there by Doherty would be huge, too. Kern hits Sarcone. Finds in the goalie, and goalie tries to go all the way in, and goalie just battling Camden Vanderswang. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up. It's good.
That's where you got the defense sagging back to keep an eye on Brown, and it just leaves that lane open to the basket again.
Dawson Jones tries a three. He got it. 56-41 now. Back to a 15-point lead. My goodness, Dowling has just done an awesome job of breaking this press. They find Ted Brown and feeds it back to number 13, Kern, and he puts it up for two. Unbelievable so far. Kephart fakes the shot. He dishes it back out to Vanderswang. He pulls up for a three. No good. Rebounded by Dowling. And Stevie Sarcone on the other end with it, pushed him out, did Dawson Jones, and they're going to call a foul on Jones. 5:36 left. Dowling ahead, 58-41.
It's the fourth on Dawson Jones, so. And third team foul.
Coach Bobby Sandquist looking on. Johnston and finds a wide open Doherty right there, and Dowling County almost seems just too athletic.
Yeah, now they're spreading the floor out more where they were packing it in and throwing it down low. Now they're spreading it out, looking for the cutter. And you still got to be aware of Brown, too, so that it opens all those cutting lanes.
Jared Bacon with a funky shot right there. Putback was no good by Kramer. It's still going up top, and a foul is called. Looks like it's going to be on number 33, Sam Ngoli. Coming back from a 70-63 defeat earlier, 60-41. This is quite a surprise so far, Dar.
Mm-hmm.
Jones brings it all the way in, and a foul is called. Looks like that's going to be on number 11, Doherty. Brendan Doherty.
Second, yep. Dawson Jones will go to the line.
He makes the first one, 60-42.
Shooting 67% on the season from the free throw line.
Francis checks in for Bacon. And Johnston, one thing about Johnston so far, I mean, they have gotten a lot of players in, but just Dowling just a little bit too much for the Dragons so far tonight at 60-43.
Just not enough scoring to offset what Brown has done.
Brown 29 points. I mean, take away 29 of those points. They're about at 31. Brown's calling for the ball right there on Dawson Jones, and I'll be like, why didn't he feed it to me? But there's a three-point fake there by Sosinski. You can almost, ball stolen away. It's still on the ground. Who's going to get this? And Johnston has it. Kramer probably tried to slow down his Grant. He puts it up for a hook shot. Oh, he did not see that one coming there. Dars, an alley-oop by Dawson Jones.
Nice.
60-45.
Yeah, nice look.
And Doherty almost traveled right there, but was able to hold up right there. Going all the way in, Sosinski's wide underneath the basket, and he travels with 4:10 left in the fourth.
Looked like Jaden Kephart gave him a little bump, but they called him for the travel.
(60-45), just approaching the 4-minute mark here. Johnston trying whatever they can to claw their way back here. They're going to kick it out here to Kramer. Kramer wanted the shot, didn't take it. Dawson going to try to put his way in. He puts it in for two.
I like to see that power move.
Dawson Jones greatly improving this season so far for the Dragons. He's been a nice surprise for Coach Stanquist.
7 points, all those coming here in the fourth quarter.
Long pass here. Pulled in, but two hands there by Doherty. And goalie trying to get it inside to Ted Brown. He has just made the difference. He literally circled all the way underneath the basket and threw one down for two.
31st point.
That's just been the story all night as Francis puts up a three. Johnston not giving up, though. They fire back with a three. What an entertaining fourth quarter we have so far. But the press break has just been amazing by Dowling. You almost just want to back off with the press break. But a 64-50 game so far, Dar. Full timeout's going to be taken. We're going to take a short little break here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be right back right after this.
The end of the month, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado All-Star Edition crew cabs at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee. New 2016 Cruise, only $9.99 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $159 per month. New 2016 Silverado All-Star Edition Double Cab 4x4, only $17.50 to its signing, and that includes all taxes and fees. Only $2.99 per month. Ring in the new year with a low payment. New 2016 Malibu, only $9.99 to its signing, includes all taxes and fees. Only $185 per month. Hurry in for best selection. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We got so far a very entertaining fourth quarter here. Dowling ahead 64-50. Johnston hasn't given up, but so far, I mean.
No, but talking to Mark Amadeo over here, Dowling Radio, it's a career high for Ted Brown, the 31 points here tonight. So he just done a little bit of everything. And if you had a shot chart, you'd see a big red blob all around underneath the basket.
Yeah.
All those shots in the paint. And then that last one where he just came up under the basket and stuffed it. So, he's just kind of owning the inside tonight here against Johnston.
It's been quite the story as Mr. Brown, as he's been having himself a whale of a game. Johnston needing a couple buckets to get themselves back into it. Jones is going to try to fire a three. Good. Dawson Jones. Now, here's the key right here, Dar. Can they make a stop right here?
Yep.
I mean, they don't give Dowling an easy point, but they do cross the timeline as wide open is in goalie. He finds Brown. Brown's going to put this back up on a hook shot. He misses, and it's rebounded there by Dawson Jones. Johnson fakes the three-point. Dawson works his way around Brown. He pulls it, slams it down for two. And here comes Dowling. Oh, they break the press break. Here they come back the other way. It's 3-on-1. No, it's 2-on-1. And goalie almost.
I thought he slid the foot there, but I guess he kept the toenail down. But
I think that maybe the fact that they didn't give Dowling the last one, give them this one. As moving the ball, they just need a shot. They just need a basket, does Dowling. There's Ngoli trying to drive all the way in. He gets it for 2. Less than 2 left. Johnston has made this a game so far. Kind of, I mean, not maybe a close one, but they're making it a little bit better on themselves.
They've been making some runs, just not sustained runs.
And there's a shot is missed there, and here they come back the other way. Sosinski using his speed, puts all the way in, and he gets the bucket and the foul, and that could just about do it.
Yeah. Sosinski. And the second personal on Francis.
Vanderswag checks in for Grant Kramer, 68-55 so far.
And
Dowling.
Brown's going to go out, I think, probably for the final time.
I think Johnston's probably okay with that.
Yeah. Missed the free throw.
Need some quick shots, does Johnston. Kephart tries a 3-point shot. He got it. Jaden Kephart. That's his second 3-point shot tonight. And once again, that press break once again. And it's stolen away here by Johnston. Here they come back the other way. They're going to probably slow it down. Going to have to find some open shot. He got Vanderswag right here. Vanderswag tries a 3. He has it. It's an 8-point lead now. No, it's a 7-point lead. That's a 7-point lead. It's a 68-61 game. And just as I said, the last time it was kind of close. This one's kind of starting into a close game.
All of a sudden, Dowling, taking some of the starters out, thinking this is in hand, but a little sloppy play then, and then Johnston cashes in on the other side, and we got a 7-point ball game.
And Ted Brown just checks back into the game. I saw him just go over to the scores table. I think Coach O'Connor said, we need you still. So far, Johnston, what do you probably plan up here if you're Coach Bobby Sandquist?
Well, probably put a little pressure on, try to get a steal on the inbound. They still got 3 fouls to give before they can send them to the line, so you can afford to be a little aggressive on the inbound, get a steal, because if you foul, it's going to hurt you right now. You don't send them to the line yet. You got 3 to give, so, I'd be real aggressive on the inbound, try to get a steal, try to get a quick shot up. Maybe if you get a good 3 look at it, that cuts it down to 4. And then same thing. You make a bucket, you can press. You miss it, then you got a foul. So, coming out of the timeout, look for the quick steal, and then maybe a foul. But don't let him go coast to coast, throw it deep on you either, and get behind and get an easy bucket, because then that'll pretty well, you don't have a lot of time with 70 seconds to go, minute 10 to go. So
68-61 with 1:10 left in the fourth.
So it looks like they're going to come in some pressure and leave 4 guys up in the front.
And Eric Francis going to be guarding Ngoli. Very tight. Here's a long pass. Nice. Pulls it down with 2 hands, does Doherty, and they're going to try to really get in on him. And
got the foul. They didn't get the secondary. They made him take a while to get it in, but then they didn't get the secondary trap and let him get it up the floor there, which they really needed. Man, it only took 10 seconds. It seemed like a long time.
Yeah, it took them
took a while to get it in the game, but here again, we'll see if they get the steal off the throw in. Now they go to the backcourt.
And they're going to try to foul him, and there's Jaden Kephart. That's only 16 fouls, so one more will send him to the free throw line.
So again, then play them tight on the inbound, and you got to see if you can maybe get a steal. If not, you got a foul right away.
Johnston bringing everybody down. Going to have to foul him right here, and they're going to come from the backside right there. There's Doherty. They're just kind of chasing him around right here, Dar. They're going to have to come up on him.
Good ball movement by Dowling to keep it away. And
there's the foul called.
Yeah, and I'll see that burned about 10 seconds off the clock there.
And they're going to bring Ted Brown, looks like, into the game. Eric Francis checks into the game.
So Noli go to free throw line. He's a 72% free throw shooter.
And makes the first one. What did you say his free throw percentage was?
About 72%.
Okay.
So pretty good free throw shooter, really.
Pretty good for the most part. And he makes them both. So Johnston in need of a three-point shot here, or some sort of basket. Vanderswag tries a three. Good.
Oh,
70-64 now, and the clock is still going. The clock is still going. They just need to get it in. And they're going to trap him, and they do. And they're going to send foul is called, I believe, on, I wonder if that was Jared Bacon it was called on. Nope, it's on Eric Francis. Jasinski's going to go to the line.
So Vanderswag has 3 threes here in the fourth quarter. That's helped kind of get him back into it.
Jasinski, what would be his percentage from the line here?
65%. So
good free throw shooters. It's not bad.
Not bad.
He makes the all-important first one.
Gets the Rattler to go down for the front end, and now we'll get the bonus.
I think Coach O'Connor's probably thinking, if we do pull this out, probably a little too close for comfort as far as just how far we were up. And to make this done.
You talk about the postseason, those are things you want to do is close games out, not let a team come back on you.
And Bacon, just, I think he kind of reacted like that, just like, didn't fall for me.
If that goes down, then you can get into the pressure, but.
And that could seal it up here if they hit a couple of free throws right here. Johnston has nothing to be really ashamed of, really, Dar. I mean,
they battled. They had a great performance out of Ted Brown where they weren't able to stop him, but they've made some runs to keep it back close again.
Johnston, they like I said, they've showed improvements all year long. Here's Bacon going to try to get something in here, and he does. With a 2-point basket, just 10 seconds left, though, however. Probably just going to let this one milk. They just throw it in. Johnston's going to go down in defeat. Dowling's going to get a nice win here. Perseverance at the end, big play from Ted Brown. And I think that's going to be the final play of the game. Yep, they call them both. And that's going to be the final here. Dowling wins at 72-66. We're going to take a short 30-second timeout. We'll be right back to wrap things up here on Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, our results here at the end of both of our games. The Johnston girls won our earlier matchup, but here coming back here, the Dowling boys win very, very exciting 72-66 win over Johnston. Dar, what are your final thoughts before we sign off?
Well, let me run down the scoring quick. Ted Brown with 31 to lead all scores, a career high for him. 13 for Sam McNolly, 7 for Brandon Doherty, 6 for Cole Shazinski, 5 each for Joey Kern, Stevie Sarcone, and Luke Eastman. For Johnston, Jared Bacon with 18, 14 for Dawson Jones, 12 for Camden Vanderswag, including 3 3-pointers in the fourth quarter that helped to make that run back. 6 for Eric Francis, 3 for Grant Kramer, 3 for Jaden Kephart, 5 for Kenton Thompson, 4 for Devin Vanderworth unofficially. 17-10 Dowling after 1, 28-24 Dowling at the half, 52-34 Dowling after 3, and then a 6-point ball game ends at 72-66 Dowling over Johnston. So Johnston made some strides, still kept close, but still a little work to do for them to get some more offensive output there, and you got to feel happy for Dowling tonight, and they got to feel happy with their performance, I mean, and the way they were able to hold off the Johnston down the stretch. Yeah,
and this continue. Ted Brown was a big difference tonight. Made some big shots. Like you said, career high, 31 points. Hard to argue against that. But that's the way we're going to end it here. We have Dustin, who has been our producer all night. So thank you very much, Dustin, for all that you do for tonight, as well as Peter was on the camera for us tonight. For Dar Danielson, I'm Kay Jones signing off for the Central Iowa Sports Network. Once again, our results were a split. Johnston girls take our earlier matchup, and in part 2, it was the Dowling Catholic boys winning our second matchup. So we're going to sign off here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, and hopefully we can have more viewers later broadcasts. And once again, this is Kay Jones signing off with the Central Iowa Sports Network.